switch off really quick. Before we begin, look at this shirt that Sophie got me.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
Very
My
belated Christmas present.
I love it.
Excited to see you in like less than 2 weeks, Sophie.
So
And Harry,
excited!
you need to inform us if you're joining us in London or Birmingham.
Yeah, I need to look which days I'm working. And then let y'all know. And also look at
Yeah.
trains because trains are just fucking shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I can relate to that.
We've already bought our train tickets, so hopefully that all goes well.
We took care of all of that.
Because I'm
Yeah,
like
I think
I'm a planner and get stressed out when things aren't planned.
going
Honestly,
from Birmingham to London shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's just the stuff in between that includes Cambridge that I think is normally the
yeah.
fun one. But I'm hoping everything's good. That's me touching wood.
Y'all, look at the pretty dice Harry got me for my birthday.
Nice.
Very,
They've
very
got
nice.
they got like copper in them or something. It looks like copper.
It's a medal.
I'm lining up my dice right now. I gotta have them nice and organized.
How do you line them up?
Said he's going
By
gonna
color.
build me a,
What?
Ben said he's gonna 3D print me a dice tower.
Oh, that's so
That's so
cool.
cool. I love it.
Does
I
he
love it.
does he use that one that I used in college to get all the I think it's called Thingiverse or something? There's a lot of free files on there. I remember when I was in my 3D printing era, when I have like a house and all that of my own, I want a 3D printer eventually.
Honestly,
I managed to screw up the cashier computer thing so badly that neither of my managers knew what I did to it. What makes you think I know about 3D printers?
Valid. Valid.
Figure things out, but not like no. I let him talk and deal with that stuff. He can figure that out. He likes that stuff. He sets up his own servers and things like that. So
Cool.
he can do that.
Yeah, leave it to him.
And as much as I love 3D printing, though, when you make props and costume pieces out of that, they can be really heavy. So when it comes to like wearable stuff, I actually think I prefer EVA foam because, like, I remember when I made when I was trying to make the 3D printed Molly Mock horns, those had some like heft to them. They were a bit heavy, but then my little jester horns made out of EVA foam, they're so nice and light. And also look at the details that I got on that. I'm so happy about these.
It's very nice, Sophie.
So happy.
I loved
they
your
looked awesome in person.
I loved your little
they were just so cool.
real thing that you sent.
Thank you.
Person. That was awesome.
Yeah, they follow me now, which is crazy because they're like one of the like big Critical Role cosplayers. So I got very excited when I saw that.
Nice.
That is just awesome.
We're live, by the way. I switched us over
Hi,
here just a moment ago.
Hi,
hello.
Guten Tag.
People.
How are you? We are good.
I hope everyone's had a good time. I don't know if anyone's watching, but if you do watch this later, I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Absolutely.
I need to put on some lights. I just realised that my screen is very dark. Give me 2 seconds.
Keep forgetting that I keep this in my metal dice box, Charisse.
What is it?
Remember from the haunted house? From the haunted house?
Oh!
When the lady of the insane asylum part just handed this to me, very insistently, may I add.
We couldn't get away until Sophie took the thing.
Because you're not supposed to touch the scare actors, so I didn't know because I didn't know, like, you're not supposed to, like, touch the scare actors. You don't touch them, they don't touch you. It's a lovely arrangement. But then she's, like, holding it out so insistently, and I'm like, does she want me to take it? Am I allowed to take it?
Nope,
and then I did, and then she finally let us through, and I was like, thank you. It was so funny, though, because then later, I pulled it out of my pocket, and me and Charisse and Sully, in the lighting of the haunted house, had all thought it was white, but then it turned out to be yellow, and I was like, since when is this yellow? We were, like, legitimately freaked out by it. It was hilarious.
It was like, absolutely not.
I was like, what sorcery is this?
It's almost like she's been living there for a little bit.
It's like I've been living. Oh my gosh! The other day, we had one of the lecturers for my course was American, and it was like halfway through the lecture that I was like, wait a minute, he's American, because I'm so used to hearing like British accents now that like it just functions as like, oh, like it's in my head is like, oh, expect to hear this, expect to hear this, whereas before England, like the American accents were the expect to hear this category in my brain. So then I had to be like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Hang on a minute, they're not talking American. What is all this then?
I know. I don't know where I ran into a guy actually. He was the owner of like a crane operating like a crane game, like we win stuffed animals and stuff place. Where I recently traveled, and he was British, but it sounded like hick British. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like imagine like a deep South American, but like like a deep South American, but British. And I was like, this is the most funky thing. And I'm like, if I could emulate this voice, I would use it for everything.
Sounds like fucking blasphemy to me.
Oh, it's chaotic. Look at you being all alive again.
Did y'all know she's gonna have a second one?
Another one?
Yeah.
Hold on. Another
We're
one.
so proud of you.
Oh, congratulations!
Congrats. I mean, it's probably better off.
It's good to see you on the chat as well.
Knock them out back to back, you know?
Toku.
What? It's true. Like, if you're gonna have them, just have them together. So that way, like, you know, if the younger one gets bullies, the older one could, like, beat up the bullies. Exactly. Oh, man, you're in trouble.
In my case, the younger one gets the bullies.
Two boys.
With me and my sisters.
Boys. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
With me and my sisters, one time my classmates hid my lunch in the ceiling, and I can't reach. We'll just put it that way.
It's because you're short.
Yes, thank you, Doku. And my sister Haley walked by in that moment. She's like 3 years younger than me. Each of us are like staggered 3 years apart from each other. And then she sees it. She gets up on a chair and gets my lunch down from the ceiling. And like as she's standing there, she doesn't know that in my bag there's like one of those thick glass bowls. And so when she's on the chair, she looks down at one of the students who like did it. And she just takes my lunch bag and goes on the back of his head. And she didn't know about the glass bowl, so that like clocked him. And Haley's normally like the sweetest, wouldn't hurt a fly ever. And she was just like, just went like WWE World Star.
I love that story so much.
He deserved it.
Oh yeah, no, he did. Like he and I are chill. He and I are chill, but he did deserve it in that moment.
Literally, you named you said Odin beating up bullies. Laugh out loud. I'm stuck on the fact that the name is Odin. Because that means you're going to be like a grandmother of like how many thousand?
Could be worse, could be Zeus.
Oh gosh.
Actually, I think Odin only had 8 kids, right?
Norse mythology.
I'm
I
trying to
really should
think.
do more of
Because,
a deep dive into it.
yeah, I suppose it depends on which version of Norse mythology you subscribe to, because there are different variations on the myths. Like there's ones where, like Loki's like a brother of his, where it's just some random guy, where he's like an adopted son. There's loads of different variations.
Oh, I love that name. Lucian.
Nice.
Good name. Good name.
So cute.
Well, that is awesome.
Oh,
Alright.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. It's
I can't
totally
read your
kick-ass.
stuff,
happy
but
for you.
like because I don't have your chat on the screen. But love you, chaotic.
We love you, chaotic.
You're awesome, Chaotic. Keep doing you.
So
Alright.
hey, Doku, do I get inspiration for killing the spider that was on my ceiling last night? You never answered.
No, given that you are right now one of the daughters, it'd basically be like killing one of your kin. So essentially, it's
The
probably
kid shouldn't have been on my ceiling.
well, they were probably keeping an eye on you to keep you safe from making bad mistakes, and you took them out. So, if anything, I think
I'm
that's
already on my family's life 360. I don't need any more
it's
eyes
a
on me.
detriment. What's up,
Do I
Gail?
get inspiration from screaming like a coward when I saw one last night and didn't tell anybody?
Yes, somehow.
Literally come home,
Yes.
saw it.
To stand on my bed and hit my ceiling with my shoe. I left a footprint there that I then had to wipe off of my ceiling.
Only time a footprint has ever been on your ceiling.
Hey!
Because you should.
See?
Wow,
See,
this is new information.
Chaotic got Lolth's blessing.
Well, yeah, there we go. I mean, that just makes sense, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It would be rude not to.
I just imagine you're in your hospital bed, you're exhausted after like 20 hours of labor, and just this little spider just starts coming down from the ceiling. That's just the mental image, I'm sorry.
It's just like,
that is
hello.
worse.
Charisse actually made a really good point because I called her about the spider because it was funny. And I was like, Lolth is watching me, and it's on my ceiling, and I can't reach without standing on my bed. And she went, no, that's the Magnus Archives web right there. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Remembering that one episode when I first got introduced to the web with the dang spider, and I'm just like, no.
I skipped that episode just because I thought, no, I don't need this.
Valid. You want to know what's a fun experience? Listening to a episode about the Vast when you're currently on a 8-hour flight. That hits different.
I need to download some of the Magnus Archive so I can listen to it on the flight over.
Please do, I'm begging you.
Oh,
It is a pretty good one.
I love it so much. I can just sit and play Stardew
But
Valley
more
and
legs,
listen
the
to
more
Magnus
friendship.
Archives. What?
That's me.
Goku, is that you?
Yeah, I didn't want to
Yeah,
interrupt you guys talking.
I love that. He said on the chat, we love spiders here. The more legs, the more friendship.
Pretty sure
no,
Lolth wants friendship.
don't
I think she
go.
wants subserviency. I don't trust
yeah, I
Lolth's
don't think-
friendship.
All
Lolth's
right.
not very friendly.
She's totally friendly.
Not for you.
Yeah.
No!
Not for you.
No!
You just need to open your heart to Spider Lady.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah. Well, it's too late. We love Mothman, sir. I mean,
Why she's mean?
he
She
is,
feels neglected.
Mothman is a hottie. I get that much.
So what?
What?
Mothman's the best cryptid.
Oh.
All right. So, would you like to start the recap?
I will
Yeah,
start
let's-
the recap. Someone else has to finish it though because I wasn't there.
I nominate Sophie, the trauma bird.
Yay, hi. I'll do my best.
It started off, we were traveling, we're like, la-da-da, let's go into Lolth's territory, and we did. And then we got to meet this melting tree person, and the melting tree person was just like, follow me, I'm totally trustworthy. And we were like, I don't know. And the tree person was just like, totally. Now take my hand. Here's multiple branching out off of me in a weird slimy way. And we said, okay. And then we got teleported via tree. And so then we got brought into the main square, and we were like, la da da. And then there were people being hung in the main square, and we were like, oh, no. And then Cedar was just like, yeah, because Lolth's influence. And we were just like, what? And then she's like, yeah. And then Sophie was just like, no. But Cedar had to be like, yeah. So then we saw a dancing lady. That was one of Lolth's children. No fair. We were just like, I don't have water right now. I'm very sad. I need Ben to bring me water.
Oh.
I forgot my water bottle. Anyway,
Sounds like a
so
you problem.
so then we went to see. Then we were like dancing lady, and then Leah was just like, follow me, Kiddes, and Kiddes said okay, and so we went and I followed. So Kiddes followed Leah, and then Leah started dancing, and Kiddes was like okay, and we made the very bad decision, and we did start picking up the dancing lady, so we have some information, but now everyone got mad at us and we're terrified of us, and we almost died, But then then Cedar was reminded that she has the necklace to influence everyone and be like, "Hey, no,
Cedar
no
pulled a
killing."
diplomacy.
And then we were like, and everyone was just like, "Okay." And so then we proceeded to move on, and the tree lady was just like, "Follow me." And then I wasn't there for the rest of it because that's as far as I went because I had stuff.
All right.
So from there, one of the Driders came up, and Doku was surprised that we all thought that the Drider lady was really pretty. But then she turned out to be Regina George with extra legs.
Can we pull up the Drider just for like context, everybody? Because we were all caught off guard by that.
Was it that one?
Yeah, that one.
It was a hot
Pretty.
one.
What do you mean?
Y'all are
I
thirsty.
was surprised by that.
What'd you say, Charisse?
He's pretty. Why was he surprised?
Yeah, he was surprised that we were like, "Whoa, she's so pretty."
It's the eyes. Like you don't know what's going on behind them, but you just kind of want to go to the dark side.
But then she turned out to be Regina George with extra legs, and Cedar and her are not friends. They are not friends. And so then we went to the Temple of Lolth to, I guess, do some tests. Cedar was supposed to do tests because she's sworn to Lolth accidentally because she was saving Kittis. So, you know, she hates this entire situation. So then we get there. Menagerie things.
I wonder.
So we get there, and the test has 3 drow that are all chained up. And then one of them says that he wants to be blind, one says he wants to be deaf, one says he wants his tongue gone. And so basically it's a see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil puzzle. And at first Gail's like, "Oh no, do we have to kill them?" And Cedar's like, "Whoa! Okay, no, we can calm down, we can get around this without that." And so then Cedar, she has to take out the eyes of the first one, she pops the eardrums of the second one, cuts the tongue out of the third one, and Gale heals them up, each one. And then Doku makes us kill the blind one, and I was sad about that, and I'm still angry. Because I wanted to save him, and how dare you, Doku?
I don't make you do anything, for the record.
He was chained up
implied more than anything.
You all have free will.
I made it through the test, and then you added an extra chapter.
I don't. I'm an idiot.
What
What did Chaotic say?
He never saw it coming.
Hey. No.
Appropriate.
We go through the door, and there's a lot of followers of Lolth in there that are just kind of chilling in the temple. And Cedar kind of asks around, like, because she hears that you have to give like a sacrifice of some sort, and she's like, "Okay, hey you, what did you give?" And she's like, "Oh, I sacrificed my army." And Cedar's like, "Okay, you're a freak. Next person, who's next?" And she asks someone else, and they're like, "Oh, I studied and did all this, and then I gave my soul." And then it has like just a giant hole in the middle of her, and Cedar's like, "Okay,
Nerd.
bye." And then she goes into the shrine, and Cedar, basically, she sacrifices the eyes, some blood, and the tongue of the drow that she just mutilated, which she was not happy about, may I add. She was hating the entire experience. And she had a little bit of a rant at the Lolth Shrine, which the Lolth Shrine then took to mean that, "Oh, you're sacrificing your want to help people, your hope, and all the like good parts of your personality." And so then that started to come out of Cedar, and Cedar had one of those moments when she gets really stubborn, and so she takes oh, I forgot to add, because of the power up we got a couple sessions back, several of us are playing our characters' brains in the bodies of their dead friends. Yes, it's horrifying. Yes, it's an existential nightmare, but it's got some cool
Flesh
effects.
abundance.
And so Cedar is in the body of her dead brother. That's not traumatizing. And she has his sword, which is a Star Razor. And so then when the little shrine is trying to kind of take this piece of her away, she jumps at it and pries its mouth open with the sword, sticks her hand into its throat and grabs the piece of herself back out, and the shrine then just eats the sword instead. Which she's not happy about that either. But it's better than losing her part of the good part of her personality. And so after that, then she's like, "Hey, assistant lady," who she named Gina, by the way. Hey, Gina, please tell me that was the last thing. Do I have to do anything else? Is there any more trials here, or can I not do this anymore? And she said, "Oh, there's usually the symbolic sleep ceremony where like you go upstairs to the upper bedroom and you just stay the night there, and it's like you're symbolically like in the bed with evil." And Cedar's like, I'm good. I don't see Loaf that way. That's not my style. No thanks. Bye." And so they just go back to the hotel. They go and find an inn, and then they're like, "Well, that was a horrific day. Spiders." And that's where we are now. I think I covered that pretty well. What do you think?
I think so. I feel caught up.
I think it was
What I
pretty
missed.
good, although I will always say the Charisse recaps
Oh,
are the best. However,
yeah. No, the Charisse recaps are the gold standard.
Aww,
oh yeah,
I
like
love you guys.
why?
That was pretty good. So at the end of the day,
I'm kidding. Let me see.
you guys ended up in an inn, and you guys role
In where?
played a little bit. And you hadn't gone to sleep just yet, I don't believe. I'm trying to remember where we ended because it was weeks ago now. But yes. So, you guys made it kind of to an inn in this city that never seems to sleep. Even at night, you can hear kind of. Nothing's ever loud here, you notice, but it does kind of create an ambiance where silent sounds are done, whether it's people walking briskly or. Think of the whole city like a giant town of just ASMR, right? Nothing's ever loud, but just subtle sounds, which kind of echo through the entire city. Um, but as you guys kind of notice in the inn, it's just, primarily, just dark
It's
elves
cheese.
and elves that kind of inhabit. They work. Most of them are clad in armor, look like they're ready for war. Um, so, what do you guys do first, or what are you guys doing at this point?
Unless someone else has something they want to do, I think Kittis is going to go to sleep and kind of try to travel around dream in like her dream, like the dream way, without really getting noticed. If that makes sense.
She's being sneaky.
Being sneaky. So you want to kind of astral project in a way?
Yeah, do her little dream projection where she goes to sleep and can just travel around. And the goal is to kind of like look around and kind of like explore the entire area and kind of like see. There's a couple goals if we possible. One to check out the dance lady without being noticed and kind of see, basically try to figure out if there's like a good way to wake her up without causing too much of a scene until she's already awake. Then two, kind of exploring just the general area so then she can have a good sense of the layout. Then she can hopefully travel around without too much issue. If that makes sense.
Sure. No, that'd be absolutely fine. So you kind of go off on your own, or yeah, I guess I could say you guys all have your own individual rooms. I don't think we ever discussed it, so I'm taking a liberty there, unless you wanted a shared space. Um, but I'll say you go to sleep and you do just that. You begin your astral projection, um, and you begin to head towards the town square. Um, but I need 2 perception checks from you and a stealth check.
Okay, 2 perception checks. Uh, 13, the other's a nat 1.
Oh.
So you said 16 and nat 1?
No, 13 and nat 1. Let's see if I can get a better stealth roll. Maybe.
You are the sneaky. No, you're
The
not sneaky.
stealth is 14.
Okay. So let's see. Fuck. Oh, sorry. F word. Okay,
Fuck's
so
sake,
you FFS. Well, you succeeded on your stealth roll because I did not apparently see you. So, here is what happens. However, so as you begin your astral projection, you notice that Philo is there with you and completely visible. And even with a 13, you actually hear something, a voice or a song that just seems to be on the back of your mind, more like you're thinking about the song versus actually audibly hearing the song. But you hear in your mind almost like a sweet, welcoming, motherly, like hum of someone trying to lull their child to sleep. But again, it's not physically, and it's just buried really deep in your mind. The second projection, you don't know, is crap. You're just like, I'm being sneaky, and you're like, I'm invisible because I'm astral projecting, and so you're just lottie-dawing, thinking that you're the center of the universe, and you don't notice a thing on that second one. As far as your stealth roll, though, however, I used it towards the approaching of the sleeping woman and the town square. There are 2 guards that seem to be there, kind of guarding at this time, and neither one of them notice you. And so they're just kind of enthralled in a conversation with each other. And that is kind of it. That is where you're at. So you can choose to kind of move through the town square for now unnoticed.
She'll probably do just that. She's just gonna like wander around the town square and just kind of like she feels drawn to the song and dance of the woman, and like there's kind of like she feels like this desire to free her, but she kind of knows that won't be able to do it right now, especially with how the thing went with Leah and her. But she's just kind of like sits and contemplates on the different ways that she could break her free, and tries to take into consideration everything that the Dryad lady has told us about this world and how the hierarchy has worked. And yeah, so basically like that, she kind of like sits and contemplates that and kind of runs through different scenarios in her head on how she can get what she wants.
Gotcha. So you're just kind of sitting, staring at her for now?
Yeah.
And where exactly are you? Are you trying to be sneaky and hidey, or are you just chilling because you're astral projecting?
She'd be kind of trying to sneak in Heidi because she's just like she'd be kind of like towards the edge somewhere in like in the shadows where she could just sit and watch, and hopefully like in case someone would try to notice her that they wouldn't be able to, hopefully. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
she's just like, I don't trust no one to have weird eyes and be able to somehow see a dream projection.
Okay. Then let's do. Nope. Okay. So, then yeah, you kind of sit in the town square as the hours pass. Um, People do pass by, but everything seems just quiet and normal. Like I said, the city seems to mostly be asleep. The woman just lays there, well, is pinned to the wall essentially, but she is unmoving, eyes closed. Doesn't even seem to fully even be breathing, as just silence falls over the city with just the occasional breakup of light talking or the shuffling of things. Um, you do kind of hear chittering as well, but you don't see where it comes from.
Skittering?
hmm Like
Like talking or
like the skittering of small creatures.
Don't like that.
if it keeps
Sorry, the
going
look on your face was great.
then the question comes in, do I can't free her yet. Do I go and try to find the small creatures? I want to find I like animals. I want to find small creatures.
It's your night.
I mean, my advice to you, just from Sophie to Charisse, is it's probably spiders, but you know.
I want to see how the world works.
Okay.
So how the world works if I don't explore.
No, I didn't tell you what to do. I'm just saying it could be spiders. The probability of spiders is high.
You
Not
start
spider.
after a while, like after a couple like after a few hours of kind of debating. If she continuously hears the chittering, she's just like, "I'm gonna find out what you are," and gets kind of distracted.
Um, Roll an investigation then on that one specifically.
Investigation. Um, 14.
14. What you notice with a 14, and not something that you noticed while you were in a waking state, is Cedar's gigantic yawn just now. But
Sorry.
no, it's okay. um, no, it's fine. I was just teasing because I had OBS up and I saw it. I think we all are. It is a tired day. What you will notice with that is what you didn't notice before in your waking state is there seems to be spider threads that, or what seem just like little tiny silken threads, we'll call them. You assume they're spider threads, that kind of go into almost every person that you do see kind of walking and moving around. And occasionally there is a separate thread in maybe one in a dozen or one in 2 dozen individuals that you can kind of make out as you're walking around looking in for the chittering sound. And it seems to vibrate every time you hear the voice singing in the back of your mind.
Oh. 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 New ideas. Okay. I will have this information if someone else wants to take over and do what their scene is.
All right, what
I
is
am
everybody
fine
else
with that.
doing?
I have new information.
Ooh, I think Gale will probably try and do like just say a little prayer to um Aquafania and just try and get them ready for sort of what's to come. So he'll probably just get his water skin, um, sort of pour a little bit out on the floor in front of him and just try and just see if he can sort of get a blessing for him and his friends. It probably won't work, but he's going to try his darndest.
Okay. Um, do a So you're pouring kind of the water out. Okay. Do a
Yes, so I'm pouring one out for my
pour
homies.
one out for the homies. No, I get you.
Yeah, boy.
You got to pour one on yourself, just given the fact of who you're inside right now. But uh, you're pouring one out for yourself. That's what you're doing. Uh, oh, sorry, dead
A little
friend.
phrasing voice.
Ken is inside his friend.
Yes. I didn't know you rolled that way. Sorry, done. I'm done. Anyways, roll a performance, and you know what? Go ahead and add uh, a D6 to that, just for putting up with my nonsense.
A D6, you got it. With performance.
Yep, standard prayer.
Oh, okay. So 14 plus the Dix from the 6 from the D6. And then plus 2 is 22. Sorry, I said Dix on stream. That's fun.
So you're inside your friend, and dicks are fun. All right, so
Gail's got dick in his mouth. What can I say?
Just now.
sorry. This is a
I was drinking water,
family.
you almost killed
This
me.
is a family channel. Gail, you need to
Gail's got
calm
dick in his mouth. It's fine.
down. Okay, it's gonna be one of those types of days. No, really good roll though. So,
Thank you.
your water that you kind of poured to the ground begins to take shape as it begins to form into the shapes of your true selves. So you see, a young adult Kiddis, an Owlin, your Airboy, and every other form of Leah that we've kind of come to. You see Cow Leah, uh, prismatic, kind of shining even in the water image that's forming on the ground.
Crystal gem, Leah.
Crystal gem. Yep. You know, she always does find a way. All right. And if you think she can't, anyways,
Always save the day.
always save the day.
Leah finds a way.
But what you
I don't
notice
want
is
to
that the
drink out of it.
water actually also begins kind of rippling
I thought
and creates a moon shining kind of like this refracted thin layer of water, so it looks like moonlight down onto the party. And so I will say that with that prayer, um, I need a perception check, but also I will let you guys all bank one advantage
an advantage.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
to use at your choosing.
Oh.
Beautiful.
And that'll be
Um,
a permanent, so even if you don't use it this session. So
thank
you
you very much.
bank one.
Thank you.
Yeah. I figure I've been really mean,
was
so.
that
Good.
Oh, that's really cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
That was perception you wanted, right?
Yes.
So I rolled a 19 plus 10 because I'm technically inside Gilsears. 29. I saw your face, Doku. You know what you've done.
This is not going to get old. Anyways, sorry, Chaotic, if you're still here. I think you're our only viewer right now, potentially, but that's okay.
Your only hope, Chaotic.
You're our only hope to keep us sane and behaved. Um,
Wait,
Shit,
we were
so
sane
long
once?
time ago.
right, we were sane once. But yes,
I
so
wasn't aware of this.
you also, while in this deep, kind of semi-conscious prayer state, where you're kind of meditating, you're focused on the prayer, you're connecting to, your deity, you also hear a singing in the back of your mind that sounds just kind of like a woman singing in a language that you don't understand, but you feel drawn to it. with a 29. You actually hear it very clear, and you hear it in your mind, and then as you look down at the moon, it almost seems like that is where the sound is coming from. The moon that's kind of shaped, that moonlight and moon that's washing over the, you know what I mean? All in this little shape of water that you poured into the ground. It actually seems to be moving and rippling at the same frequency as the singing. And it comes through and overpowers the prayer until you lose focus and kind of snap out of the prayer. And you don't hear the voice when you kind of focus back into like an out of meditative state.
Ooh, okay. I think after that happens, he's just going to sort of chuckle to himself. And to Aquafania, although if anyone else in the room, it sounds like he's talking to himself. He's going to say, "Thank you, my friend. We can do you proud."
I will do you one better because you said 29, right?
Yes.
Okay. You know the voice of Aquafina from conversation. The singing was not her.
Would I maybe recognize the singing voice?
Not a clue.
Oh, I have a theory, and if it's what I think it is, you are a bastard.
This is not a mean thing. I don't.
Oh
No,
my gosh, I
you
love
can
y'all.
listen to the
I love
podcast,
y'all
we're
so much.
paranoid.
I know. You're like, I have a theory, and I'm like, this is not
Game theory.
game theory.
It's Pavloved, man.
Tofu, you've been too mean to them. They don't trust you
I
with
know.
their kindness
I,
anymore.
I just always have interior motive. This is tired, Chris.
I trust you as a
Tired Chris is
person.
nice.
I trust you as a person, but when you're DMing, I don't trust you with my character in a way that you know what I mean.
Yeah.
See,
Oh
awake.
yeah, as a person, you're great. We love you so
Yeah.
much. When you're DMing, you're daddy, and I need to please you, and I need to make sure you don't spurn me.
Oh my god.
What?
Just one more time for me.
Degenerate today.
One more time for me. What am I?
No.
Rain, what did it call me?
Details.
For once, I'm the good one.
It was the British accent too. I don't know what happened. I think I'm married, bud. Like, I'm sorry to tell this to you. Maybe for my birthday. Maybe for my birthday.
Maybe for your birthday.
Anyways, you know what? You get another advantage for that one.
Thank you very much. And that is why I'm a degenerate today.
This is what 3 hours of sleep and 27 hours of travel looks like.
Oh goodness.
Oh, bless you.
I swear, if we ever do an in-person session, I'm bringing a spray bottle.
Make
And a
sure-
Nerf gun.
and an extra gallon of water.
Yeah. I'll have a Nerf gun and a spray bottle.
No, not a spray bottle. You get one of those like super soakers.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
It just shows the camera, just sees me pulling out a giant Nerf squirt gun. Just. All right, ready?
All right. So before we continue, just out of curiosity, I'm breaking fourth wall. What do you think it is? I'm not going to give you a yes or no. I just want to know what you think it is.
So I completely outside of session. I'm aware that Gale hasn't seen his mother.
Oh.
He probably wouldn't recognize her voice, given his backstory.
Gotcha.
So my thinking is maybe Aquafina is sort of projecting her sort of voice to him, sort of trying to comfort him, or maybe you've killed her off screen and he's hearing her voice in hell. Suck your face.
Well, your dad is here, so I mean, I could put your mom here too. I don't know. I didn't think of that.
No. No. The thing is, I don't think that's it. I have my own theory, and I don't think that's it.
Oh, what's your
What's your
theory?
I think it's dancing, singing lady.
What?
Ooh, I
The
hadn't thought of
dancing
that.
singing lady just passed out.
Just singing some random blue boy. That could be, yeah, that could be.
All right. So what's Cedar doing? Or wait, are you all done, or what else are you doing tonight?
Questioning her life
Yeah,
choice.
I think I'm all done. I think after the prayer, after hearing the singing, he's going to sort of try and get some sort of rest. Because it's been a weird 24 hours for Gale. Well, it's been a weird time since he's been in the Shadowfell, and he just wants to rest and make sure he's okay, to then make sure other people are okay.
Perfect. All right. Cedar Rain, what are you guys doing tonight?
You want to go
I'll let
first,
you
Rain?
go.
Or
No,
oh,
you.
okay.
Guys, so British guys.
So I think Cedar is kind of like in her room trying to kind of mentally process everything that just happened because that was a lot. I think for a second she's gonna kind of look into the mirror and just like kind of look at like the fact that like she's seeing her brother's face looking back. She's gonna kind of take a deep breath and just kind of kind of hug herself a little bit because in her mind like at least it's kind of like getting to hug her brother. Then she's gonna go and kind of like sit down on the bed with her back against the wall and just kind of, okay, this is a lot. I think I can handle this, and I can't handle this, but I think I can handle this. I'm gonna have her. I think I'm gonna have her reach out to Yellow because she hasn't done that in forever. I don't know if you're still there right now. What with all the spider nonsense? I'm scared. I don't like being scared. It's harder to think when I'm scared. But I know I need to think right now. And I need to be smart. And I need to be clever. Pretty funny that both of the goddesses or fae or whatnot that seem to choose me seem to regret it in like a couple days. But, I mean, out of the options, I like you more, Yellow. I am terrified, but I'm open to some guidance if you're willing to give it. And I know I've been a little bit not as receptive as the others to help, but I hope I can be, I don't know, worth being picked. And I think it could be fun to try and trick another trickster. By that I mean Lolth, not you. I also thought it could be fun for you as well. So, want to play a game?
Roll a performance with a D4 bonus. I love
Okay.
the addition at the end.
That was a good
I'm gonna
addition.
I'm gonna use my new dice. Look, it's got copper in it. All right, here we go. All right, and then a D4. Oh gosh, that fell off the table. And then let me see what Strix's performance is. 17.
Okay. You hear a laughter, like a really gaudy laugh, just and
It's Herbie.
pretty clear.
That's what I was literally thinking.
Wait, what was it?
Hermes from Epic.
Oh.
Ah!
And on the ground in front of you appears an apple with a little keyhole on it.
I remember forever ago. She did this one time way before. That's Sophie talking, not Cedar. I'm gonna pick up the apple.
Put it in maps if you
Okay.
want to see.
Yes, please. I remember this apple.
Apple.
All I remember is its existence. I gotta remember how to
Yeah.
open an apple.
Yeah, it's good that your character got it.
Hey
Kids would try
Siri.
eating it.
Hey Siri, unlock apple.
Well, we all know what
Camera
happened.
set for 5 minutes.
We all know what happened the first time a woman took a strange apple.
Oh. I understood that
Oh,
reference.
You went there. You went there. Oh,
Apple.
broke a little bit. I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Back into session. Back into session.
Yeah, switch on.
You're a bird person now. Switch on.
Switch on. And have her kind of look at the apple. I wonder, do I have any? I'm gonna take my room key and try that just for fun, just jokingly, like, oh hey, look, this is the only key in my possession right now. Let's see if it fits in the apple. Just messing around,
All right.
basically trying to bring some levity into the situation.
Nice. Let me see then. That's kind of fun. So you put your room key in and you twist it. And you hear the door to your room click and unlock.
Ah,
Oh.
what the heck? Okay, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Okay, Yellow, that's pretty cool. I gotta hand it to you there. She just kind of says that, like, kind of, just kind of off to the, like, little says that to the side type deal. Just like, okay, yeah, that's really cool.
That's pretty good too.
Pretty cool. Okay. I have some ideas now. Thanks, Yellow. Things work out. It could be really fun to have some conversations with you if I ever get to be, I don't know, a fae or something. She just kind of says that into the air. And be friends. My neighbors are slamming the walls. Not for
Yeah.
me, because of upstairs person.
Oh.
So if y'all hear that, I'm sorry. And I think that's what I'm gonna do for now. I think I'm gonna have her think about the apple for a bit, but I do have an idea as to how it could work.
Okay. Roll a perception at disadvantage.
Absolutely. Oh. Okay. Oh, no. No, that's even worse. That's a 1.
Oh yeah.
But my perception mod is 14, so.
But did you roll a natural
one.
one?
I rolled a natural 1. So,
Gotcha.
I'm just giving
Okay.
you all the information here.
Man, that sucks. Because, yeah, your modifier would have been really good.
Right?
Had to give it to you at disadvantage, though, because there is more going on. And Yellow attempted to give you a clue to
Dang it.
continue the prayer. But as that happened, your shadow, who had
I
been
forgot about my
semi-gone, yeah, who had been
Forgot about that.
gone, slips in from under the door, and kind of rises up from the ground.
Hi.
and it just kind of does like a crackled shadow smile with like slit eyes that just shine the little bit of a light through it, and like a little void negative toothy smile too, and it distracts
How do
you.
you have teeth? You have I'm a bird. You shouldn't have teeth. I'm an owl. You shouldn't have teeth. Cedar's just gonna say that, like, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. Don't know why you have teeth, but I mean, good for you. I guess.
As you begin conversing with your shadow that just distracted you from this important message from your fake queen, um, it begins to retch,
Oh,
and it barfs up one of those little owl pellets, but it looks like a little fuzzy shadow version of it. Um, and inside, you can see some small cracks of what look to be bone, from a couple of rats.
so you can eat. That's. I'm learning new things today. Shadows can eat.
If
Um,
they want to.
if they want to, I guess. Huh. Thanks for that, I guess. Cedar's gonna kind of pick it up and like try and like take it apart a little bit. Because stuff can be inside. I've done an owl pellet dissection before. I'm sure you've done an owl pellet dissection before.
No!
Yeah.
What?
Everyone, dude, it was required in my school.
Yeah.
Was not required in
What?
mine.
I was homeschooled and I did it.
I've dissected
Yeah, but
a
you're an
shark,
owl nerd.
Yeah,
a cow's eye, frog, a clam, and I think that's it. But I've never done an owl pellet.
We
The
just
owl
had to
pellet
do.
dissections are actually pretty easy.
We just had to do. I think it was like a cow's heart, and that was it.
Oh, the owl pellet ones are pretty easy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Cedar's gonna just really quickly kind of like use her talons to kind of just like
Yeah.
scrape off like the sort of more like dusty bit of it,
Cool.
so that she can see what the bone matter is.
Roll an investigation.
Absolutely. Ooh. 18.
Ooh, fun. um, so as you begin to kind of pick through the bones, how do I want to do this with an 18? As you begin to kind of pick through the bones, you hear the door behind you crack open for a second. And you look back at the door, and it's closed. And then when you look back at the owl pellet for just a moment, you see the bones kind of align themselves. And I put it in maps.
Is it a key? Oh no, it's not a key. That's
Oh.
interesting. What?
In a
I'm
very,
in arcane now?
very strange way.
Victor from Arcane? What are you doing here?
Is that? Is that?
No.
Okay, I was
but
like,
it looks a lot like.
I can kind of see where you're
It
going.
looks very
It's not the same thing, but it does have some similarities.
Yeah, I guess I can
Thank
kind
you.
of see that. I guess I can kind of see that.
Thank you, Sharif. Yeah.
And the bones align themselves in a very strange pattern. And then in a look and you blink and you miss it, that kind of pattern disappears. And you saw this 8-legged bone creature with just black eyes just kind of staring at you for a moment. And when you blink, it's basically gone.
Hey. She turns to the shadow. Did you see that too? Am I the only one that saw that?
It actually just kind of nods at you and smiles even bigger.
So do you talk? Like, can you talk? I'm curious about that, or if this is kind of a charade situation.
It holds up one finger.
Okay, charades it is, one word.
Okay. holds up two fingers.
2 words. I'm so confused.
Nope,
You said
two
one word.
syllables.
Oh, 2 syllables.
One word,
I'm
two
tired.
syllables.
Yeah, 1 word, 2 syllables. Gotcha.
I thought you were Sophie.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
No, it was funny.
Kind of looks up and creates a circle.
Okay.
So it looks above its head and creates a circle with its hands.
The moon.
Okay, and then it does this.
Moonlight.
Shakes his head.
No. Rain.
Shakes his head. And then he kind of like. So he does this and then kind of like opens his hands like it's bright.
Sorry, I need a little more help there.
Okay.
Sorry.
So he
Yes, please.
he puts his hands up in a circle.
Yeah, moon.
Okay, and then he basically draws his hands back like an archer.
Moonbow.
Moonshot.
And then
Moonbow.
he nods.
So like, oh, I know what those are. I love those. They're so cool.
Roll a perception.
I can't see. There we go. The letters are painted in copper, but like then there's a piece of copper like right under this. So I was like, I can't tell what you are. Oh, I'm
no.
Ashley now.
What
What was I rolling?
A perception.
Perception. Thank you. Perception 14. 22.
You hear the faintest singing ring through your mind when you say the word Moonbow.
Okay.
And
Are there any
it's-
discernible words in the singing, or is it just like a tune with no words?
Let's see what language. Actually, you recognize it as an ancient Elvish language that's no longer used, but what's being sung is a ballad. Um, a war ballad, essentially, retelling of an ancient war that reshaped the landscape and rebuilt and reestablished alliances and boundaries, and banished a sister to the abyss.
Okay. I wonder. Menzel Branson has to have a library somewhere. Otherwise, I'm going to heavily judge this place. And Cedar kind of gets up and starts to like, oh, she's gonna be like, Gina, you around? You here, Gina?
She did not follow you into your room, but when you say her name, she knocks on the door.
Come in.
She does, and kind of bows her head.
Hi, Gina, do you know if there's any libraries in Menzo Branson?
That survived? Likely, but unknown?
Ah, okay. Anywhere where I can find maybe books about some history or like songs, like traditional songs that or stuff like that.
What do you wish to know?
Well, I'm trying to figure out about I heard a ballad at some point and it was about like some old war. and I want to know a bit more, some more details, because it was a bit figurative, and I want to know some more of the concrete details that it's based on.
Most of those in my line of work have an understanding of the history.
Oh.
What do you need to know?
Um. Oh, and just gonna say before I tell you, this is confidential. Okay.
She nods her head.
Thank you. And then she kind of recounts what she heard from the song.
Yes. So that is a retelling of essentially the history. You guys have seen the battlefield. You can still smell it on you. But the war between Varun, the leader of the elves, is the history that you're speaking to. Essentially, before Loth became spider-esque, she was actually quite nice, but craved powers.
Mhm.
She betrayed those around her for a bid to those powers, and they were her children. The one tied into the court or in the town center um, essentially betrayed her. However, Lolth, being a trickster, rigged the bow that her daughter used against her to only shoot the holder of an enchanted sheath to a sword in which Varun held. So when her daughter turned against her to try to strike a lethal blow, her arrows flew true directly into Varun. And even injured, the ones who stood against Lolth and her trickery managed to banish her to the 66th level of the Abyss, which jilted her. And that is the history up until her return, and most recently.
Hmm.
That song often is from the view of what is her name? I'm gonna say this. Saloon Moonbow as
Okay,
the
Saloon.
Lady of Dreams and the Goddess of Moonlight. She attempted to assist in this fight to banish Lolth, and allied herself with the other gods to do so.
Okay, yeah, I think I've heard of Saloonites before. Yeah.
But you should not look too deeply into her, as
Oh.
even now she plots against your mother, our mother. So, should you come in contact with her, it is your duty to attempt to strike the goddess down as an enemy.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, thank you for clarifying all that. That was really helpful.
Of course, one must know where you come from to know how to walk forward. And she kind of bows her head.
Yeah. So, then where do you come from? I mean, like, I know you serve Lolth and you're assigned to me and all that, but I mean, aside from that, you.
You are new to the darkness of Shadowfell. I was born in it, forged by
Nice.
it. Sorry, I had to. um, I was born here after the Second Sundering, and in a bid to keep myself safe, I aligned myself with that which I found to be the strongest. and I was right to do so, as her return is almost here.
Oh. So, you're an opportunist, then. I can respect that.
No, I am a strategist. Or a gambler.
Yeah.
I mean, would
Oh.
you back a dying horse? A pitiful god injured by their family's arrows and tricked by someone better than them? They may have won the battle, but she will never truly leave so long as evil exists. And there are the drows and the sisters that serve her, like you serve her.
Well, sometimes dying or cornered animals fight the hardest, so you never know.
Yes, but they also make
If it
the
has a
most
certain spark.
mistakes.
True. Well, it's good to know a bit more about you, Gina. Thank you.
Of course. This is my home, after all. So,
Well, I have a lot to think about, so I think I'm going to retire for the night. Thank you.
of course. And she
And
kind
let
of,
me know if you need anything too, okay?
um, she says, kind of looking at you, I just need the voices to stop, and kind of shakes her head and, like, looks irritated. And I want you to roll a perception check.
Absolutely. Dirty 20.
You also see two threads, one white, one purple, that seem to be there but not actually there. Just the thinnest of threads that, and both of them are kind of attaching. You noticed one is thread and the other one is spider silk, however. One is,
Voices, huh?
yes, they are quite beautiful.
And
And
yet you want them to stop.
I've said my piece. And she excuses herself. One bit of
Well,
advice.
yeah.
And she kind of tilts her head back.
Just whoop.
Like as she's leaving the door, she kind of like leans her head back.
One more thing.
Know who your friends are? And kind of turns forward and walks out, officially.
Ominous as all heck, but okay. Bold of you to assume I don't have raging trust issues. She just kind of says that under her breath as she like goes to sit on the bed.
And you just hear, or friends.
Hey, Gina.
Leah!
My bad.
Gosh dang it, Leah.
And speaking of Leah, what's Leah doing?
Leah is mostly just like kind of preparing for the battle to come, trying to figure out like how to like really just how she can best be of use. Going over her spells, trying and just making a plan of action. Because she's always she knows casting and how to do it and how to properly plan for it, but she's never been just a caster. So she's kind of trying to wrap her head around that and like not being able to just take blow after blow after blow in trade for blow after blow after blow. So she's kind of like reworking her whole battle strategy in her head.
Alright, just kind of getting used to herself.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, is there anything in particular that you're doing or want to do in this time?
Um, you know what? I think there is.
Okay.
Um, she's actually so this is like so we've all retired to our respective rooms, correct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, she's gonna leave her room and actually walk up to Cedar's room and just rap her knuckles on the door.
Oh, who is it?
Don't bully her, please.
She's just gonna she's not gonna open the door. She's not gonna like be like, "Hey, it's Leah" or anything like that. She's gonna be like, "We need to talk. Come with me."
It's gonna just.
So as you guys kind of do this, go ahead and roll an Arcana, Leah, because you're saying you're kind of looking inward to get used to casting.
Yeah.
Okay. So go and roll an Arcana.
Okay. That's a 6.
A 6. Ooh, rough. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what I'll say then, um, your next attack spell, because you're kind of like preparing for battle, and you're like, hooah, and like, I
Mm-hmm.
imagine you're just visualizing yourself doing magic and like,
Right.
let's get down to business. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So I will say for battle preparation, I'll give you a D4 on your next spell attack roll.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, just to help aid.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are preparing. I didn't want that to be a wasted time. But
Yeah,
yes,
no, of course
so you knock, knock,
not.
knocked on Cedar's door.
uh, but yeah, so then, does Cedar follow?
She's gonna poke her head out first and be like, um, okay, don't hurt me, okay? Don't
Leah
flippin'
just
hurt me, because I
smiles
will
and
punch
turns
back this
around.
time. Oh, and I'll tell Gail, and she just kind of opens the door and then follows.
And as just because like Leah's well aware of what the fuck this looks like, as she's walking and leaving the inn, uh, she just grabs like a hand axe, like a hatchet that had been just like embedded in the wall, and she just like looks it over and keeps walking.
Why? Why?
Cedar has brought the shadow thing. She's like, I need an eyewitness. She just kind of looks at it. You're an eyewitness, okay?
It kind of nods and smiles, and then
Thank you.
you see it actually try to be sneaky by folding into like a two-dimensional shadow that's not connected to you, but it's pretending to be connected to you as it like walks sneakily, and you see this smile actually from like the side view.
Adorable.
That's awesome.
I love it. I gotta find a name for this little thing at some point. But yeah, she follows Leah. Okay, what do we need to talk about?
And Leah
I
Leah
don't like
takes her
this.
outside, out back of the inn, and
No.
there's just a small hole in the ground, maybe like probably I'd say 3 feet by 2 feet.
So it's
Um,
too big.
yeah, it is. But it's also
I
it's
dare
also
you.
relatively shallow. It's probably only a foot deep.
So are we're still talking about Cedar?
Yeah. um, and
You're not shallow,
and,
I'm kidding.
and Leah just goes, "Look, if we're really gonna do this, if we're gonna fight a fucking god and have a chance of winning, there's something that has to happen first, and I'm not really one for words.
I'm not
So,
getting in the hole.
oh, I know." And she throws the hatchet in the hole and hands you a handful of dirt. Time to bury the
Oh.
hatchet, so to speak.
Oh, you.
Cedar just kind of starts.
Oh yeah, no, I 100% wanted it to look like I was coming out here to kill you. I did.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was actually really good, Leah. I respect the
Right?
pun.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. So
I was scared.
you mean it? We're
Mm-hmm.
good now?
Mm-hmm. But if you hurt him again, I will fuck you up.
That wasn't me. That was Shrike.
Still. Well, no. Well, whatever. It
Look,
doesn't matter now. If you fuck him up, I fuck you up. Agreed?
that's fair.
Okay.
Agreed. That's fair. All right. Yeah. And she throws the handful of dirt on the hatchet.
That being said, I am still gonna actively make fun of you because that's fun.
Yeah, I kind of didn't think that was gonna go away.
But then again, I make fun of
Friends?
Gale all the time, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friends?
let's start with acquaintances.
Sure, that works. I like that. I like that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a shadowy figure, like when you guys are like shaking hands, it puts its hand on top.
Oh,
I also put it in a map so you can kind of see what you're seeing.
Oh.
little guy! It's your little guy.
Cute.
He's just a little guy.
I'm just a little shadowy.
Who's Anonymous Neon Cat? Someone just joined maps and it's Anonymous Neon Cat.
What the fuck?
What?
I have no idea.
I'm kind of here for that. Oh my god, it is. I'm kind of fucking here for that. I really hope that's me.
It's not me. I don't know who I am.
I really hope that's me. Whatever.
Super random.
That's so fun. Oh, we have a first time chatter. Hi, Lucy. Or should I say Lucy 95?
Lucy.
I wonder what year they were born in.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the chaos. Hope you stick
Mhm.
around.
No, that's a person. We're the menagerie.
But yeah,
Damn it.
so I'm glad that we can put that stuff behind us, Leah. I would like to be friends if that is something that happens in the future, because I'm thankful for you, and I appreciate that you took care of all that back there in that test.
Mm-hmm.
I was not wanting to kill that guy.
No, I know.
Thank you.
I know it's not your first, but when it feels like a first time kill, it's never easy.
Oh, it's not a first, but
I know, but this probably felt like more of it because it's not your body.
no, it wasn't that. It was that that guy was innocent.
Yeah, fair.
And
That
he didn't
that
ask
that
me.
is a rough first too.
Yeah. So I didn't. I hate that it got to that, but thank you for letting
Slaughtering
me
him.
not do that. Wow, don't. But yeah, that is kind of what happened. Oh, we do need to tell Kittis that I put the other two in her bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
She wasn't. I don't
Or
think
we
she
could
was
just let that be a fun surprise. Which
Be
for her would actually be a
horrifying,
fun
though.
surprise.
Oh, actually, yeah, it would be probably.
Oh yeah, you have 2 more dead people in your bag.
They're not dead. They're alive.
Yay! They're alive?
No,
Why
those two are alive.
Oh
They're
yeah,
alive people.
that's right.
They never
That's
died.
fun.
One just has no tongue and one has busted eardrums.
Mm-hmm.
You got me all excited. I thought I had some more corpses.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
So
can
there's
be.
a
you have two live people in there.
yeah there's
Two live people
a
in
deaf guy and a mute guy in your bag.
I mean,
there. Two
that's
very
cool too,
alive
but
people
don't-
that are going to
don't-
stay that way. Don't.
I don't mind them staying that way, but don't get me all excited thinking I have new corpses if I don't have new
I didn't.
corpses.
I told you last week that they were alive.
I forgot about them.
could-
And then, like, someone said I had new corpses, and I was.
I'm
so
sorry.
That's not my fault that you
I mean,
forgot.
you could also have 2 new followers
Yeah.
if you convert them
Mine. They're mine.
by being the saviors of the people who take them from the bag.
Out of context, this is the weirdest conversation.
Give them their free will back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Keeping them from dying. I'm gonna let them go soon. I just want to get to safety first.
And as
Actually, in the bag, they're in my territory. I literally turned that into Kidis's actual, like, one of her territories. Technically in her, like, as godhood realm, one of them anyway. With magic toast.
and so as Cedar and Leah walk back, Leah just offhandedly goes, "By the way, the weird shadow thing that tried to get in on the handshake, I'm naming it Samuel. Sammy for short."
All right,
Shadow
yeah.
Sammy.
You good with that? You good with that? You feel like a Sammy?
It looks like it forms a little flat sandwich, and then takes a bite out of the sandwich.
You know, I'm gonna take that as a yes. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
And then it goes and it takes the form of Cedar, and by extension, it also takes the form of Leah. And then you just see Leah taking a knife and driving into the back of Shadow Cedar, and then Shadow Cedar spins around dramatically and falls to the ground and becomes a tiny little button shadow that kind of disappears from view.
I like this one.
Sammy, no, Leah's not gonna do that. Leah's not gonna do that, right, Leah?
Yet.
Because we're acquaintances. I know you keep saying yet, but you can't kill me. That would make Gail sad.
Unless you deserve it.
Unless I deserve it, but I don't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Right. See, you got it. We
and they
got
come
there
back in.
eventually.
Yeah, sure. I think when they come back in, I think Cedar would actually be looking kind of happy right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I think I'm gonna get a little bit of rest so that we can be functional tomorrow. But I think I've got some ideas. But we'll definitely need to talk about them with the others later and not in the middle of the inn.
Also, question before you go.
Oh yeah, sure, what's up?
Now that you don't have a sword, what are you gonna hit people with?
Oh, I'm so mad about the sword thing. I'm so mad about the sword thing, honestly. I really want to get that back because I feel super bad because it sort of belonged to my brother. I think he had some hand axes. There's hand axes. I got those.
Yeah, but there's
Also
a
a
big power
crowbar.
difference.
You see the shadow
I know.
become like a mock-up version of Star Razor and then get into your hand.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Does this work? Is this gonna work?
Hit me.
Okay. Hit you.
Hit me.
And you're not
You know
gonna
you
hit me
wanna.
in revenge. You're not gonna hit me.
You know
I
you
need to
want.
know you're not gonna hit me back. I need to know you're not gonna hit me back.
I can't like this, so hit me.
Fine. Like, just like.
It
Wait,
as
you see this, by the way?
I think at this moment, Gail comes out of like the shower, sort of appears on the landing. Oh, hey guys, no!
and as you strike down, the sword actually just kind of becomes shadow and hits Leah's shoulder and bends around kind of like a rubber sword, and then in the hilt you see eyes and a mouth smiling and like kind of giggling. You can't hear it, but you can kind of see the chittering of laughter as the shadow just kind of like wraps around Leah's shoulder and then kind of just goes limp.
Very funny, Sammy.
Would have been so cool.
I know, right? If it had been like an actual. Oh, hey, Gail.
Why? What? Had too
Leah
many
asked me to
questions.
hit her. Leah
Murder
asked me to hit
testing.
her.
And you went through with it? You know she could break your ribs.
Not yet.
I think we're
All right
okay
now.
now.
Wait, you guys are okay?
I think we're okay now.
Did you guys become friends?
No.
Acquaintances.
Oh,
Yes.
Do you want to go do
Very
karate in the
bad.
garage? Yep.
I mean, it's a start. It's better than what was it? She used to call you sentient throw pillow. It's
Oh no,
better
that
than
still
that.
exists.
No, she's still gonna
Oh.
make fun of me. I didn't really expect that one to end.
That's
But I'm okay with being
okay.
made fun of if she's not trying to
Oh, please,
actively
I make
kill
fun
me.
of you all the time, Gail, and we're best buddies, so.
Dastardly throw
Yeah,
pillow.
it's kind of like your love language, I
Yeah,
guess.
see?
And then we were trying to test if my little shadow friend here can be a sword. Not really
What
is
now?
the answer.
You what now?
Oh, I got it from the shrine. Remember when the shrine spat out a ring? It made this thing. It just kind of materializes into like the shadow copy of Cedar. Made this thing. We named it Sammy.
I named
That's so
Sammy.
cool. I would have gone Keanu, but that's really cool.
Well, no,
Yeah,
Shadow
named it
Sammy.
It doesn't really talk, but it plays a mean game of charades.
Ooh, it can play games.
Charades, that's how it communicates.
Okay. What's your favorite color, Sammy?
So
Charades colors.
what Sammy does is it finds a something red and stands in front of it and then smiles and opens its eyes really big so they just glow red because when it opens its eyes and mouth you just see through it, and in the background it's just solid red.
Okay.
Nice. Red's pretty cool.
Right? Oh, I should
Yeah.
show Kittis. Kittis is gonna love this. Give me just a second. Before I head to bed, I'm gonna show Kittis the shadow. Sammy.
This is already sleeping.
Yeah, cool.
And
Oh.
or
I'll
out
show her.
in
Wait.
yeah, she's sleeping and astral projecting, so you're probably not waking her
Right.
up.
I'll show her in
just
the
pops
morning if
out
she's ready.
snoring.
And then to be
I'll
extra,
show her in the morning. She's sleeping. She's sleeping. She's actively sleeping right now, guys.
What?
That doesn't. Wow. That doesn't
That's-
normally happen.
Kind of good, right? I mean,
I think that's a good sign.
everyone has to sleep eventually.
I mean, I'm not gonna wake her up right now. I'm gonna let that be.
No, don't. Leave her be. She's in a good spot right now. Leave her be.
I almost
It's
want to try
finally
something,
asleep.
but I won't.
What was that,
What'd
Ray?
you say?
I almost want to try something, but I won't.
Oh gosh, no. But yeah, we can discuss some planned stuff in the morning, I think. Once Kittis is back too. I'm gonna head to bed. I need some rest after all that. But yeah, I think
Yeah, this has been a weird time. Just since I got here, this has just been weird and off and wrong and just yeah.
yeah,
I would kind of like my body back now,
same.
or whenever.
I imagine.
You know, it feels weird being inside my dead friend. That came out wrong.
Yeah.
yeah.
It feels weird not being able to access the magic that I know.
Is it
Weird.
different magic?
Well, from what I can tell, my brother doesn't really have the same amount of I mean, well, he's not a wizard, so no duh, he's gonna have less, but he can do a little bit. For some reason, he has the spell Fly, which I'm not sure why.
No, he doesn't. The sword does.
The sword has Fly. Never mind. The sword could fly. The sword could fly. Which I'm not really sure why that would be something that he needed because, you know, and really anything that he had been able to do was magic-wise was the sword. So yeah, I'm kind of completely no magic right now, which feels
I mean, I would give you some of
weird.
mine, but I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either. It's okay though. I can hit things, I guess,
Can you hit them well?
better than I could in my old form.
That's cool. That's really good.
Although I do need something to stand in for the sword before we go and get mine back out of that shrine that ate it.
Maybe I have something. Let me just check in Gilsey's pockets. Now I'm robbing my dead friend. This is fun.
I mean, like, I have some hand axes, but they don't really do too much.
I I can't give you the sprig of mistletoe. That's technically, I think, how he casts his magic. I don't want to lose that.
Yeah, no.
I haven't got anything. I'm really sorry.
It's
Well,
totally okay. I
I've
can
got
probably
I've got
get
my
something.
sickle, but yeah,
I
at
can
least
probably
nothing that's
ask
going to be as
Gina.
powerful as Racer. Yeah, there's got to be something, right? There's got to be
Yeah,
something that
I'm
Gina
sure I
can
can get
sort
something.
of send
Maybe
you.
nab something from the temple. That could be fun.
Spider sword. Ugh.
Ooh, spider sword. Spider sword.
Sorry, I was waiting for that 5-minute break, but I was like, oh, they're still role playing ADP real bad, so I'm back.
Oh yeah, no
Oh,
worries.
bless you.
But yeah, no, I think it'd be a good idea if we all got some sleep, got some rest from whatever the heck today was, and then reconvene in the morning.
Yeah, sounds good. Anybody need to talk about anything? I'm still technically a healer, so if you want to talk about anything, shoot the shit.
I mean, I'm a healer too now, so.
I can hit things
That was
now.
my thing. That was my thing, Leah.
I don't make the rules.
I know, and I respect that, but it's good to have another healer. I'm actually kind of happy about that. To be honest,
Yeah,
we can bond over healing shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
She can't control what her dead friend does.
No.
But all right. But yes.
That's what necromancy's for.
So right, you just necromancers are just really late healers. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. So as we move on, then you guys all kind of turn in for the night, get. I mean, maybe a full rest. I mean, you guys are up and about and doing shenanigans for a while, but definitely you get enough rest to
Pissed,
kind of get
except for
by.
everyone else.
Right. She went to
She's
bed
the
first.
only one that went to bed at a decent time.
So you guys just kind of all
She
turn in.
wakes up, pots and pans.
And let's go ahead and just take a 5 then, really quick. Just take a pee break. I'm going to feed my cats. Just a 5-minute break, and then we'll jump back in and start of the following day with whatever you guys want to do.
All right.
All right. See
Sounds
you guys
good.
soon.
This is so great. I love y'all so
See
much.
everyone in a minute.
Oh, love you too, guys. See you later. Hello, I'm back.
Hello. And they're back.
Hello.
Love you, babe.
I need to charge my laptop quickly. I'm getting
I
the.
like being in the Shadowfell. Is that weird of me?
I
just
mean,
like it down
Gail's not.
here.
Gail isn't exactly fond of it,
I'm like,
but that's just Gail.
I actually have been thoroughly enjoying being down here.
It's a different vibe. As a player, I love it. As Gail, I'm not a fan. It's like I'm having to sort of walk that fine line.
The cat wants some. Doku, I think your cat wants some of your chips.
Akarin.
But
She actually did. She just took a whole ass bite of a fucking potato chip.
I love it.
Oh.
Like, it's got a lot of salt, so I'm not going to give her a lot, but this is super cute.
Oh, he's very sweet. I can remember one year when we had cats being out in the back garden and just like having like spoonfuls of creme fraiche just ready for my cat to just eat. He loved it, but he didn't like it the next day. But yeah, he was just so funny.
Okay. While we wait for Rain to get back, I'm going to take 30 more seconds.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I'm running. I've got there's a meme going around at the moment with the guys chanting, like the animated guys chanting around the fire. I've got that going through my head right now on repeat. I need to get it out. It's like I'll just be doing something and then running out just go.
I just start singing Baby Shark at you. It's just
Oh,
a
gosh.
totally different
You do
one.
that, I
and you're-
disconnect.
No.
I had to do. There was like a summer where I was working as like a front of house for a theatre, and one of the things was you had to sit in the theatre and sort of be like security and that sort of thing, make sure the aisles were clear and everything. And it was panto season, and they sang Baby Shark every show, not once, not twice, not even 3 times, but 4 times.
No, that should be illegal.
I wanted to jump from the highest seats. I am not even kidding.
Ugh. Mercy sakes.
At least sing some My Chemical Romance or some Paramore, at least. Educate the children.
Nice.
The worst I've ever had to deal with was I forget, man, I'm trying to remember the name of the song. But it's the Backyardigans theme, I think. But it was a trap remix.
Oh, that's a throwback. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It was a
the backyard against as a kid.
It's a great show.
It was a trap remix, and whenever I was working on set, they played it on repeat for
Why?
hours. No idea. The techs just liked it. We were like doing set building, and it was 110 degrees outside, and we just hated life. But they were like, "Let's put on some music," and it was just Backyardigans trap remix constantly.
See, when I was working on my house, we had the same thing, but it was the Rasputin remix that came out like 2020.
Yeah,
Everyone
it
lost their minds. And the thing is, I didn't like the remix. I loved the original song. I was like, why are you like? Because you're cutting all the good bits of the song. And as a historian who studied Rasputin, was obsessed with like just the story of him and how he got his claws in deep. The fact that they cut out the best part of the song in the remix really triggered me every single time. Because it's the bit where he goes, "But when he's drinking and lusting and his hunger for..." I love that bit so much because it's how he dies. It's like you cut that. Why? Bastard. Why? Why?
Does anybody
Why?
have access to see the stream right now?
I can see the
What did you
chat,
say?
but I can't see the stream itself. For some reason, my settings decided that that's not what we're gonna do anymore.
Yeah, I had it on my phone. I want to make sure we're not echoing.
My stream is just loading up now. I mean, it's live right now. What do you need me to check?
Okay, so I'm going to turn on a setting, and I want to make sure, see if it was echoing or not. So go ahead. I turned it on. Go ahead and someone say something and see if you get an echo.
Something and see if you get an echo.
Hang on, turn on the volume first. That might help matters.
Probably.
Maybe.
That probably would help. You might be able to see if we have an echo, if you can actually hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been really slow. Hang on. It's been really slow.
That probably would help. You might be able to have an echo, if you can actually.
Okay, now I just turned the setting off, and I wanted to make sure that there was no echo or issue.
Okie dokies.
So I'm not hearing an echo on the stream from any of you guys. Rain, do you want to try talking?
Yo, what's up? I have no idea what the hell to say, but let's find out.
Okay, I just heard it back
Okay.
through you, so we're good. Thank you.
Awesome. I do not want to listen to myself on repeat. I hate it so much.
Right.
There we go.
It's like a bunch of people who hate their own voice.
That's why I always have it on mute, because I don't want to hear my voice twice. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing.
And also the
It
accent.
really sucks when you're in voice acting.
Right.
And also the accent's really weird for me as well. So it's like, come on.
What accent?
Like,
I don't have an accent.
Exactly.
Sorry, I don't have an accent. I sound like y'all.
Oh, stop it.
I sound like Sophie when I talk
that is
like
not what I sound like.
Are you taking a piss? I know, I'm
I
just...
beg your finest pardon.
I beg your finest of pardons, sir.
That's not what I sound
Well,
like.
my good sir, I do entreat upon you your finest of pardons here today.
Is that
I sound like the villain in the Quentin Tarantino movie. This isn't
right?
good.
Is that South Carolina cedar? Is that what that is? Is that
Original recipe, South Carolina cedar.
Either if she was born into that one Allen family rather than the one she was born into.
Right.
I think it was the Obscura. I think it was the Obscura one that had the
There's
country
that one
accent.
weird Owling family on the fringe.
I did have, I think one of the Owlin family was based off of the Longhorn Leghorn, right? I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the Obscura.
Full
There you go.
white suits. And the...
Everyone was the judge.
Yeah.
Talking about turnips or something, and Cedar was like, What?
So funny
I
when
may
they
be
being the
just a
judge.
simple country lawyer, but
I could not take him seriously. I know he's meant to be like a serious chef, but I couldn't take him seriously.
Oh, that's so funny.
I don't know why the entire time I was reminded of there's a lawyer character in Futurama who is like he believes in polygamy and everyone hates him for it. That's the running joke. And I believe we should have several wives. Boo! That was just the whole joke.
I love him so much.
It's like in the year 3000, polygamy is just not a thing.
But in any case, though, shall we get back to the game?
Yeah, probably. All right. So, we've established numerous times that Gale is inside of Hegilcius at any given time. So, we'll take it from there. So, you guys wake up partially bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, right? No major disturbances in the night. Kedis wakes up kind of before everybody.
Kedis has stolen Cedar's the curator book.
Mom said it's my turn with the book.
She just kind of like, I'm gonna borrow this. And just walks in, takes the books, and walks out of her room.
I love the idea that like when she does this, the little shadow thing is just standing in the corner, just watching her leave. Just
basically, yeah. Unless unless you want to give it an order, it basically just
Go to sleep.
yeah, it just stands there watching you.
And she just kind of waves at the shadow thing, and it just goes back to her room with the book. Everyone else wakes up.
It basically, what it does is when you wave at it, it creates 8 shadow legs that stick out of its back, all holding knives, and pretends to stab Cedar in her sleep with them.
Oh my no.
She just sort of like see her up. She's like,
Stop! I'm sleeping.
walks out she wants to walk out of the room. She walks out of the room before she can bust out laughing.
so,
Oh my gosh.
so what did you want to do with the book?
She just kind of opens it up,
Read it.
and she just kind of says or I don't even. Did we ever give grandfather a name? She always just calls him grandfather.
Hmm.
Grandfather Richard.
Right. Richard III. Henry
Nicholas Friends.
Richard.
Oh my god! No, don't! That would be awful. Oh,
We could call him Dick
no.
Dickinson the third.
I mean, his
Oh my
last name would
gosh.
be Velta, but okay.
Dick Dixon, at your service.
But she kind of pulls it open, and she wants to look through the history of grandfather.
Oh, as recorded through time. Okay, interesting. Well, it starts off with the story of a young boy at a young age that tortures small animals. No.
Oh no.
So, you kind of get this lifelong story that starts turning into like long chapters. And as you kind of skim through it, you find that he attained his power by selling the souls of friends that he should not be able to sell. Oh my gosh, Meow, can you calm down? Do you hear my cat? She's like
Yes, I
whining.
do.
Yeah.
Come on, girl.
I mean, it's not the usual sound, which is just your cat screaming.
Right? Like, it's so funny because like Ashi was our loudest cat in the house, and she constantly, all the time, would yell. And then all of our other cats are quiet. But the moment Ashi was gone, now all the other cats are loud. Actually, my wife is out of town this weekend, and so they're missing their mom. That's what this is. They're like, Dad's
Oh.
You
not
know
good
why they got
enough.
loud? It's because... You know why they got loud, don't you? It's because the loud one left.
Yeah.
Because we had that with Henry when, like, one of our other cats passed away. He then became extremely vocal. When beforehand he would just hide behind the sofa. It's a confidence thing, I think.
Yeah. That, and she's really funny because whenever anything changes in the house, like we move furniture, she'll sit on top of the furniture and tattle on the furniture that it moved until we acknowledge it. So if something's out of
I'm aware
place,
it moved. I
yeah,
moved it.
I know, if something's out of
I
place,
moved it.
she will find it and she will tell us. And I'm like, come on, girl. But
I must inform you. Things have changed.
Hey, at least if you don't move
routine
something,
is
if someone
different.
broke into your house and it was moved, you would know. The cat will inform you.
the cat will
It
inform
moved.
us.
You come out and you come out of your room and she's just sitting on top of the burglar. There's something new here.
Basically,
I've claimed it for my own. I've peed on it.
don't give her that kind of power. We don't need that. But yes, okay. So,
Anyway,
I guess is there something specific you're looking for, or are you just looking for like a lifeline, or?
he's looking for to start out with the betrayal of the Raven Queen, like how he left the Shadowfell, and then kind of like in going into what led up to leading up and into the deal he made with Lolth.
Got you. Okay. um, you actually find out that he had been doing a lot of shady things his entire life. However, by doing that, what he ended up doing was double dealings. So he would have something and he would sell it to someone, but then he would sell it to someone else. And as he gained money and gained following, he started bartering people and their servitude and their souls and the essence of who they were. And he started double dealing with that. But when you deal with essence and soul and things like that, it's gods that you're dealing with. So every time he sold, um, essentially a new villager, someone who spawned in the village, that a new child was born, he would offer it to the Raven Queen in servitude, as your race would do, right? And it would be very customary. However, occasionally, um, he craved more power, so he double dipped and would be selling some of those villagers off to Lolth, essentially. Um, and the deal was that the souls would never be used in a lifetime, but she lied and essentially was using the pieces that she could to inhabit the eggs that she lays. So you had essentially empty, mindless husk spiders that she could control because they didn't truly have a full soul. And essentially, it was through various dealings and double dippings that the Raven Queen, he kind of fell from grace with her because she found out when she went to call upon the power that she should have had and summon her people and things like that. Um, he managed to essentially convince her that he would continue to be faithful. However, anyone that remained sold would have to, anyone that was sold would have to still be offered to Lolth. And he did that deal essentially with everyone except for you. He tried to actually protect you by kind of having you skirt the line. So whenever one person was trying to pull you in one direction, he would lock you in the crypt that basically kept you safe. It was almost like his village domain. And he actually did it as a mercy in his own mind to help protect you from gods and goddesses trying to lay claim to you, even though he'd kind of sold you twice. Um, and so that is, in his mind, his telling of the story. Um, but then you kind of continue reading into after your disappearance, and you find that out of frustration, Raven Queen cast him away officially. And when the veil of Raven Queen essentially let go of your village, every single person ended up dying within a few weeks, and left behind were eggs.
There's no mention of any of the rest of her family, like Haku or anything in the story.
Um,
Grandfather.
so what did we decide for Haku again? I'm trying to remember. So how did you leave?
He made
Mm-hmm.
so Haku basically pulled her out of the crypt,
Mm-hmm.
and their people did basically this thing where you could go on a journey after originally it was like if they left the Raven Queen that you could go on a journey and you couldn't contact the family. By the sounds of that, that's gonna be a little bit different now. But so he basically pulled her away and had her leave, try to protect her from grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last thing that she didn't really understand what was happening because she was so young. Just knew that he said that she'd be safer if she left. And then so she lost complete contact with her family. And so I've heard from Haku on and off through it.
Yeah.
Like he would sometimes like check in on her as a hawk.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yeah.
last that she heard is that he made some deal with the Raven Queen, but she doesn't know what deal was made.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
So
No, that's.
I don't know how he fits into the story.
Yeah. So that was still okay. So this was from your grandfather's telling, because you
Yeah.
asked for him. No, but all.
Yeah, she.
Mhm.
Yeah, so she just wanted to see like then she was like when the men she saw all turned into eggs. She's like, mother, wait.
Yeah.
What
Essentially,
turned into
no.
eggs?
It was only for those who were left behind in the village. So anyone who had left the village, including yourself, Haku, and a few others that were on their journeys, um, anyone who stayed behind in the village when the veil was lifted of the Raven Queen's protection, um, essentially Lolth claimed all of them and the domain that she left behind. Haku was not there. He was still around. Yeah, I did not kill your brother. Yeah, the reason why he was not in this story is because he was distant from your grandfather, essentially. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, you're good. I did not kill your brother in a passing story.
Okay, I was just like wanting to make sure. So I was like, Haku, she will tear apart the entire Shadowfell if he's dead.
Bracing myself, I was like, oh
will
no.
survive this.
I was like, oh no, here we go.
Honyo.
But okay, so she kind of just like closes the book and she's just like, the hell did he do?
It's basically a con man.
It's just like, well, at least I know where my deal making came from. Yeah. But she kind of like closes the book and she tries to like slip it back into Cedar's bag before Cedar wakes up.
Oh my gosh, please make her roll for this. Please.
I was just saying, it's gotta work.
I'm begging you, Doku. This is gonna be so funny.
Stealth versus perception.
I've got a 14 on perception. I've got a 14 mod on perception. You better roll good, Reese.
Oh, that's 21.
27.
Dang it.
Oh shit.
You're so close.
So as you walk back into the room to try to put the book away, the shadow is still there and kind of sees you and runs a rope up to the ceiling and transforms into Cedar, essentially, because it looks like Cedar's silhouette, and puts its head inside the rope and like pretends to hang itself, and it's like spinning from the ceiling. And as you're putting the book away, the shadow disperses and you see Cedar eye contact with you.
We are a family-friendly stream. Remember that.
Good morning there, spooks.
It's just a shadow.
Your shadow has a weird sense of humor.
Oh yeah, so I see you met Sammy. What was Sammy doing?
Nothing.
One would say a dark sense of humor.
I love that. That was so good.
That's the best one so far.
Did you sleep well?
I mean, yeah, but now you're kind of just looming over me, so, did you need something?
No. You should probably get breakfast. Wait, we don't really eat food anymore. I'm so sad. Do you want toast?
Sure. I should probably tell you before you reach down there for the toast. Before you reach into the bag. I put 2 drow in the bag.
You put 2 drow in my bag.
They're unsafe. They needed somewhere safe. And Cedar kind of fills Kittis in on the test thing. You were in your bag at the time. I'm kind of surprised you didn't see them when I threw them in there.
You could have at least put some metal in there so I could have worked on my on some armor.
Speaking of, I actually was gonna kind of ask about something for the drow. So you've got all this cool like artificer stuff now. And it's really cool to see what you can do with those. And one of them no longer has a tongue. And I was wondering if you might be able to make something that could stand in for that. Maybe so we can try and give back his talking.
Let's see. Do I still have the body parts of that noble left?
Right, the Howlin' Noble. I keep forgetting you have like a corpse of one of my species in there.
No, I don't think I have it anymore. Gosh dang it. I have the noble robes, but I don't think I have his body anymore.
I mean, you don't need to right now. I was just thinking, like, if you find some stuff and you want to build something, maybe you can build like a little robotic tongue. I don't know how that would work, but
I prefer to work with
Speed
flesh and like
tongue.
stitch it on.
I mean that would also
Can I
work
borrow?
too.
Hold on, can I steal your mending or whatever? You have mending?
I don't have my magic right now, kiddos.
You don't have your book still?
Wait.
You
Wait,
have your.
sorry.
Do you still have your spell book?
I mean, I think I do.
Okay, does she still have her spell book?
I mean, technically, yeah.
I don't know. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Cedar pulls it out of her bag. Sure, you can use it, but I'm gonna give it back.
She just kind of copies it down into her spell book, and she's like, "I'm gonna modify it. Thanks."
Okay. Can I have my book back?
Oh no, she hands it back.
Okay.
She copies
She puts it
the
back in
spell
the...
down into her own spell book.
Alrighty. Yeah, just let me know how that goes, and then when you're ready for that, I'd like to go down with you and kind of talk them, kind of apologize about everything that happened.
She just kind of like walks out.
Okay,
Like, you could have.
love you, kiddo.
Love you too. Next time, give me a dead body.
Cedar just kind of looks over at the shadow. My kid just said she loves me back. Like, just really happy. But, like, trying not to be too loud. Like, shh. Okay.
The kid starts plotting on how to get some new body parts.
Cedar's gonna, like, kind of pull the little apple out of her pocket and just kind of, like, toss it up and catch it, toss it up and catch it. I think I know how to use you. And she's gonna like start walking towards where I think Gale and Leah's rooms would be, but she pokes her head into Kid and says, I mean, if you're interested in getting any drider body parts, there's one that's just a real piece of work. I don't like her, so if you want to kill that one, totally okay. Bye. Just and just walks over to Gale and Leah's room.
And Kidda starts working on it. Basically, she takes what it felt like with the threads from her Fey Queen and looks at mending and basically tries to combine the ideas into basically doing the equivalent of like stitching on body parts and making them functional.
Frankenstein's monster.
So you're trying to mend a metal tongue to a... Wait, one more time for me? What's the intention here?
So basically, she's wanting to do what she did for Gale, where you can take one body part and then stick it onto another person and make it actually so it functions and blend.
Transplant. That's called a transplant.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
That's a thing. It's called a transplant.
and where are you sourcing the?
Yeah.
And what part are you sourcing and putting where?
So she's sourcing the feeling of the magic when she had the threads come out of her body that could just stitch on the body parts, and the spell mending, and she's basically like combining the two concepts into a spell that literally just does that, but with just body transplants.
Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein's monster.
Do you have a spare tongue lying around?
I think.
Not yet.
I
can
mean,
find one though. You guys didn't take the tongue or anything because you had to sacrifice it.
Intent matters.
Take a spare
So
and use that instead.
yeah. No, I mean intent matters. So let's cross that bridge when we get to it. You had the idea of this magical thing working, and we will roll for it when we get down to it. How about that?
Sounds good.
You're like, I want to create a new magic today. And I'm like, technically, I guess.
Wait, does Leah know about any of this?
I mean, if you kind of overheard her thought process as she's thinking, she wasn't actively reaching out to you.
Leah's just gonna kind of like pop her head into the common area. I can just fix that now, right?
Hmm?
I can kind of just fix the tongue.
Oh, but it'd be so fun to Frankenstein it.
Go for it.
Oh god.
And
cannot
so she
wait
just
for
continues
this.
working on it while everyone else is talking. I'm assuming we're gonna all kind of accumulate in Leah's room.
I mean, I don't see mending not limit. It says object. So, I mean, if you look down and objectify a person, I believe you could probably. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't work.
What is this episode?
I was about to make a joke, but I don't want to go too far.
Like,
Message me.
well,
me.
Yeah,
the
okay.
reason why I say that is because she's intent on having followers. So realistically, if it was like you are less than me, you are an object to worship me, essentially to give me godhood, the spell mending would work depending on her viewpoint of what she was mending. So as long as you don't see your followers as people, it would work.
What's so funny is technically, by how I've had her morals stand, she views people as the souls. Their bodies are just the objects that carry it.
So technically, again, I'm gonna do the rule of intent here, and that still technically would work, provided
I love
you
that.
had
That's hilarious.
enough of it to mend back together.
How she's viewed bodies is just like this is a thing. It's a meat thing.
It's a meat
not you.
popsicle.
Oh, that is cursed.
By very technicality, that train's mindset would work really well for her.
Kiddish just walks by. Hello, my fellow flesh bag. Like, what the
This episode of Magnus Archives was brought to you by The Flesh.
the flesh. It's the meatiest.
Oh!
Well, today's program was brought to you by the letter cannibalism.
Oh, that's Connie Bell. Titus will just puppet you. She'll turn you into a meat puppet.
That's how she feeds everybody. Is Soylent Green. That's how she feeds all her followers.
It's brought to you by the letter HR Giga.
This is horrific.
It really is. Holy crap.
I
I was just imagining Gail is still asleep at this point.
Yeah.
In any case, Kid is like kind of starts hanging out
he's
in
still
Leah's
asleep?
room.
Yeah.
He's still asleep?
I don't like that laugh. I mean, I do, but I don't know what it implies.
Cedar is gonna be like, hey, Sammy, hey. Since we're about to all meet up, could you wake up Gail, please? Thank you.
Roll a wisdom check.
Oh, what?
You've never given him a direct order.
I apologize.
You really haven't. Oh,
I apologize. 14.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, that laugh is scaring me.
So Gale is asleep. And you see Cedar go wake up Gale. And the shadow basically has this cracking maniacal smile grin that appears across his face as he shrinks down to the size of a button zipped under Gale's door. He then retakes his form and multiplies himself by the dozen and basically reshapes into this horrifying looking monstrosity. 3 dozen of them, larger than humans, 7 foot tall, begin gnawing on Gale and biting and chewing. And Gale feels this because, I mean, it kind of hurts. It doesn't do damage, but it hurts. And the first thing you do when you wake up is see 24 shadow creatures all chewing on different pieces of your skin, and then the one on top of you.
Why the house? he wakes up, pushes them off, opens the door, and just fucking bolts.
Sammy, what did you do?
He's turned on me!
Oh no!
Ah!
No.
I knew coming down it was about this because I got ready. Ah!
Oh, my
Leah,
sweet
can we
Gale, what happened?
punch
What
shadows
happened?
now?
Gale,
I
what
woke up
happened?
and I woke up and he had friends and they were eating me.
I said wake him up, not bite him. I'm so
When you
sorry.
when you look back into the room, it's just a shadow version of Cedar, just kind of draped into Gale's bed, like in what looks to be like an evening style gown, just laying next and looking super innocent.
What are you doing? Sammy,
I don't know
come
how to feel about that. That is.
I don't know how to feel about that. Sammy, come here.
You tried to eat me and not in a fun way. Get out.
Cedar's like, Sammy, I did not tell you to bite him. She's trying not to laugh. Like she's desperately trying to hide the fact that like she was kind of trying to prank Gale a little bit there. Didn't expect him to bite Gale, but she is kind of laughing a little bit. I'm sorry.
Also, apologies
so
to all
sorry.
headphone users for my full-on scream.
Oh, Gale, I'm so sorry. I didn't know he was gonna bite you.
Wait, you told him to come in my room?
I told him to wake you up. I didn't know that meant to bite you. Sammy, no biting. No.
I suppose he can't talk.
I was just gonna maybe
how
like
else is he gonna
nudge you and just kind of like peer over you. I mean, I woke up to Kidis just standing over me this morning. She didn't even need anything. She just was looking down at me. So I kind of thought it would be similar.
Kidis, you know about boundaries, right?
Just pulls a flask out of her bag and she's like, peace offering. Mind you, it's the flask that she dipped into the river Styx and turned any liquid into a whiskey.
Who is she offering it to?
Either you or Gale.
I'm not mad at you, Kidis. I'm not mad at you. I was just saying that was quite a way to wake up, but I mean, I think...
would Gale know what she's been doing?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, would he know what's in the flask at this point?
I don't think so. I think she was by herself because she used the unbreakable string, dipped it in. And
I think Leah was there because it's saving
was
Yeah.
there.
So the flask, if I remember right, turns everything that goes into it into whiskey, right?
Yes.
So and you use the river Styx water to turn it into whiskey through
I haven't experimented whether or not what it does. Whiskey.
He sees his flask, can't remember, goes, "Oh yeah, thank you, Kidis. I could do a bit of hydration to start off my day." What was that?
Take drinks from her. I love you, Kidis, but I don't take drinks from you.
What did it taste like?
I thought that was water.
What did it taste like?
I thought that was water at first. That is not water. That is a no-no juice. Have it back. That is...
Yeah, that was a hip flask. Most people don't carry water in a hip flask.
I thought she was cool and was one of these trendy people that did.
Dibs. Gimme.
I want to know what it tastes like.
It tasted like ugh.
And Leah will take a swig.
I need a Constitution saving throw from Leah, who actually drank it, and a Constitution saving throw from Gale, who drank it but spit it out. You get advantage.
I get advantage.
26.
Oh. And that was con. 22.
Okay. 26 and 22. You guys both seem fine. It seemed like it was whiskey.
I'm sorry, seemed?
with it. I mean, Leah knows why they would be weird. You don't necessarily. It tasted like a weird whiskey, but like pond water mixed with whiskey. Like stagnant pond water mixed with whiskey. So it was like you kind of taste like the bacteria and algae through the whiskey.
Oh, like a lake.
Yeah.
Like lake water.
Like still
Like-
water essentially. Yeah.
What is that?
And like
You know what's really bad? I've had worse.
yeah, like
Said as Leah.
right, there's a little bit of duckweed that like is in your teeth now that you kind of have to like pull out a little bit.
Oh, gosh dang it! I was really hoping it would taste good.
I
Why
mean,
is
I've
it
had
so
worse.
much?
She kind of like screws it like the cap back on. She's like, "Gosh dang it! But you guys don't feel anything."
And this is why we
Like-
don't take drinks from Kittis. Cedar says that, like,
thought
and
it
this is
was
why you don't take drinks
water.
from Kittis.
I thought
I
it
don't
was
know,
water.
I didn't know the river Styx would give you like a special powers.
That was from where?
Oh yeah, I should have mentioned that.
It's river Styx whiskey. I wanted to experiment with it, so then I could give Dimmer
River
a new
Styx,
idea.
first and foremost.
Like,
And
you know,
why would
it
you?
could be advertised as death whiskey. Like, that would have been so cool.
That would have been really cool.
See?
I feel like my
Can I look
my
up
prank seems a
Infernal
bit
sour?
less bad now in regards. I feel like my prank feels a bit less now.
I mean, I
want to
forgive you
explore
anyway
now.
because it's you.
Oh, thank you.
The best
I
part
wanna go-
about this.
Huh?
Nothing.
Leah just goes, yeah.
Finish your
yeah."
thoughts, sir.
Leah's just sitting there thinking, and she goes, meh, and takes another swig.
And there we go. Okay.
Roll another con.
28.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoa.
Still fine.
So,
And
You're
Just
gonna
seems
run
like
out of
whiskey.
whiskey.
I've had worse. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but
Again.
but you. Give me my whiskey back.
Okay.
Again, we shouldn't call it whiskey. It should be called River Styxky.
No, I kind of like Death
No.
Whiskey more.
Death whiskey's better.
Okay,
It
fair enough.
sounds way cooler.
it's liquid death.
That's fair. Liquid.
No, we don't want to get copyright.
Right. Yeah, we're good.
Like who? The
Um,
military?
But anyway,
Okay.
I want to go exploring.
Wait. So I was thinking we could make a bit of a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I talked to Yellow last night, and she gave me this, and she holds up the apple with the keyhole in it. They're in Leah's
Ooh.
room, right? No.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm kidding. Leah, hand me your room key. I want to show y'all something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she does the key in the apple thing.
What?
Waiting
what
for Doku
happened?
here. I'm waiting for Doku on this one.
Sorry, I had solicitors. So you put the key in the
Oh, no
apple
worries.
again?
Yeah, it's Leah's room key.
Okay. You hear. Oh, it's Leah's room key. You hear the door to Leah's room unlock.
How? Why? What?
Yellow gave me a little gift.
I
Can,
wanna
can I
see
have a look at that
something.
pretty quickly?
Here, Gale, you first, then Kittis. Neither of you eat it.
I'm not
Oh
eating
no,
it.
Kiddis, you go first. If you, Kiddis, if you want to have a look at it first,
I don't
I'm
know if
all
my key will
good.
break it. You do yours first. I don't know if my idea will break it.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to like understand it, but sure. As soon as D&D Beyond works, I'll check my spells. What if I do? No, that's fine. Never mind. It's all good. Carry on.
I want to stick the goblin key in and see what happens.
Ooh, good choice.
If you break this apple,
Goblin key that locks any door.
So you you
You
put the
break this apple, I'm throwing it at your head.
so you put so yeah, the goblin key was basically the universal key, right?
The universal
Well,
key that doesn't unlock any door. It
Uh-huh.
locks any door, though.
Yeah,
permanently.
got it.
Not permanently.
No, I
They
thought it
figured out
was.
how to unlock. No, because they wouldn't have gotten through to us and
Yeah.
when we were running away and actually locked it if they did.
True, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it just locks.
Very
it
good
would have had to
point.
blown up the door.
I love how you use the items that I give you. I'm like, there's so many of now that I don't even remember them all. And it's funny too because I created a Shadowfell pinata for you guys that you may get one day. But
That sounds fun.
interesting. So you put the key in, and what would happen? I did not anticipate you doing that because it would only lock.
I mean,
So-
technically, wouldn't nothing happen because it doesn't have a specified thing it locks or unlocks?
No, because there's magic behind it. So you put the key in, and you essentially try to lock it, and you hear a clicking. And when you look up, you see, if you're familiar with the spell, essentially a dimension door.
No way.
Oh my goodness.
Kiddies!
Nice one.
Why you
That
experiment?
is so cool. Oh my gosh.
This is why
Yellow's
you
so cool.
always experiment with stuff.
Yeah. So
I want
I
to
was
open
thinking.
the door. There's a dimension door. I want to open
Yeah.
door.
Yeah. Do you here? And then Cedar, since she's a little bit taller in Strix's body, obviously, she's gonna kind of lift up Kiddes and like put her on her shoulders. Okay, there we go. Since it's on the ceiling. All right, there you go.
See, what do you open to?
You kind of look up, and as you touch the threshold of the dimension door, it ripples and becomes a little opaque, or a little see-through, essentially. And all you see is the night sky with a giant moon that just seems to be lighting up the entire night sky.
Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. Cause there's something about like the Moonbow. Sammy was trying to give me charades and said something about the Moonbow, and it's about Saloon, and Cedar kind of like recounts the little lore drop she got from Gina.
Right.
Wow, that is. Wow.
So who all saw the
Starts.
white threads?
It just did.
Cedar did.
I don't think Gale did.
So I'm trying to remember who failed the perception. Or no, I think you guys all did to some degree. No, yeah, you guys all did to some degree because your prayer. So I need a perception check from Gale, Cedar, Kiddis.
Okay, perception.
My hair keeps coming loose. Let's
I
see.
love having a
Perception
high
check.
wisdom character for a change.
33.
No,
I see everything.
29. Show me the way.
27.
Okay, so you all see 5 threads pretty clearly coming from the dimension door. So they're not really visible, right? It's only like you blink, you miss them. It's like seeing a comet in really low light. It's there, but then like you got to see it out of the peripheral, and then it's kind of there and not there. But you see 5 threads: one going down to Leah, one going down to Gale, one going down to Kiddis, one going down to Shadow Friend, Sammy, and the other one going to Gina.
I'm not Seer.
So Cedar doesn't have one.
The absolute
Maybe
self-control I'm
seven
having to
cloth and all
have to
that.
keep myself from going through the dimension door.
Wait, what? What'd you say, Sharice?
The absolute self-control I'm needing to have to not just have Cedar just chuck her through the dimension door.
Yeet.
Throw me!
My turn, my turn, my turn.
My turn! My turn! My turn!
Well, this is
Okay.
weird.
Hey, Sammy. Can you see the strings?
Hold, please.
His first words.
Oh, Sammy! It was Sammy. Sorry, I thought you said Gina. Gina
Oh.
does not see the strings whatsoever, because she rolled a natural 1. Let's see. I'm going to change dice and see what Sammy sees. Yes. So he kind of nods, and what he does is he creates a shadow string that wraps around the other string, and then comes and like stitches back into him, and then tightens to create like a little knot as like a fishing knot through his eye sockets in his head.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, then. So you can see it. So do you know what it is?
Apparently, he is a champion at rolling, so he nods and says yes.
Yes, Sammy!
Nice.
Could you do you want to try and charades tell me? Or wait, can you write? Are shadows literate? That'd be so cool.
And he nods.
So cool. Okay. And Cedar, with Kidda still on her shoulders, starts looking around for some paper.
Cedar, if you're gonna move, put me down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just puts her down. And then finally finds some paper in her satchel, and hands it to Sammy. Kind of like plucks a feather from her shoulder. Here we go. Kind of uses her beak to like make the little pen nib at the bottom.
Roll a wisdom save.
In a very practiced motion, like you can tell she's made quills out of her feathers before. Ah, that's a 1. Natural 1.
I rolled a 17. So,
And he's gonna bite me again.
so Sammy begins drawing, and it's really cute because whenever he needs black ink, he dips it. I don't know why it's a he. I guess it would be. It's kind of genderless, right? Just kind of a shadow, so I don't know why I assigned. Anyways, moving forward, foot and mouth. Whenever Sammy needs black ink, they dip it into themselves, and they're writing like fervorously, and they look up at everybody, and like back down at the paper, look up everybody, down at the paper, and then when Sammy needs blood, stabs Leah. And uses Leah's like blood, like stabs her, uses her blood to draw with red, and like stabs her again and draws with red, black, and spends about
Sorry, Leah.
5 minutes.
I'm okay with it.
Just drawing this crazy, intricate writing, and you don't know if he's writing words or anything, but when he flips it around, it's an image of Kittis, Gale, Leah, Gina, and Sammy floating towards the dimension door, being pulled in gently while this warm moonlight embrace is shining through the dimension door. And then on the opposite side, because he kind of drew the dimension door in the middle of the page, on the opposite side, he sees Cedar. He draws Cedar in essentially inside out. Broken ribs, like bones, a twisted amalgamation of cedar flesh and bones and blood just splattering on the other side of the door as she is literally looks like she was moved through the door and turned inside out. And he's just, Sammy's just smiling huge, like they just did the best thing in the entire universe.
You're really good at drawing, buddy.
It's like nods.
You're what? I'm
Nice.
really
Leah,
impressed. You
Leah
draw really
walks
well.
over and goes, "This is going on the fridge."
And Sammy's just
They have a fridge now?
smile gets from normal smile size like all the way to like the sides of the head.
Whoa! Oh wow! Wow, you
He's
have
like,
you have
"Yeah,
such a
this
lovely
is going
smile,
in the kitchen.
Sammy.
I'm keeping this if you'll let me."
Sure, Leah.
Oh, I was asking them.
Oh, okay.
While everyone's so busy with the drawing, and kind of like complimenting, after Kay sees the drawing, she kind of just pulls Atlas out of her bag and says, "Lift me up, real quick." And she kind of just tries to stick her head through.
Oh yeah, because Atlas is Warforged body now, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So he grabs you by like one leg hip, like literally by the thigh, and lifts you up and just kind of pushes you. And you kind of like float, and your brain explodes. No. So you want your head to go through the door, right?
Yeah, just kind of like look around.
So you do just that, and your kind of head pops up and breaches the dimension door, and you notice the plane or gravity orientation actually shift, and you're kind of like looking down, and you just see this ripple in what looks to be just completely clear water. And on the other side of that water is just the night sky and the Milky Way that wraps all the way around into the upward orientation. So it seems like the only thing here is like a 360 view of the night sky and this rippling water that acknowledges that you exist in this space now. Roll a perception.
Perception. Okay.
Perceptor, I barely know her.
Oh, sweet. Okay, that is another 27.
Cool. Clear as day, you hear singing. But not from your mind, from the space around your head. So it's coming from here, the voice and the singing and the ballad you heard when you were examining the dancing woman and in the town square.
Could I start kind of mimicking the song to try to memorize it?
I mean, yeah, it's in a language you don't understand necessarily, but I mean, you probably could. Enough to, like, hum it.
Mm-hmm. She starts trying to sing along with the song and try to memorize it. And she kind of like reaches out towards the song, to try to find, like, she understands what the source probably is. She's basically trying to connect with it. Does that make sense?
Roll an insight.
Okay, insight. My insight is not as good. So let's see. Ha! Nat 1.
You try to connect with the
one.
voice, and in your mind, to connect with the voice, you're like, I have to just appreciate the singing. Ooh, I just appreciate. What just happened?
Oh.
Sorry, I just echoed hardcore. And you just stay absolutely silent.
Do it again.
Whoa. Did it again.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm echoing.
Get us.
Ah!
Oh, might be on you. Yeah, I don't know why.
It's not just. It wasn't just me. Like, I have my AirPod in. I don't know why I'd be echoing.
Okay, so testing. Test. Getting louder. Uh.
Shouting.
All right. Leah, talk.
Yo, what's up? I swear to God, if I hear my voice, I'm gonna crash out.
Gail,
Yeah.
speak.
Oh, sorry. Check 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
I'm British.
I
Hi.
can't really hear you. Can you say the D word again for me?
Dick.
No, Daddy. God damn it. Anyways,
Oh,
Cedar, go ahead. Please, please
Ah.
don't call me Daddy. That's reserved just for Gail.
No, I just
that's only
yelled
for
into
after
the mic.
session.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm sorry. Someone save my soul. Kiddas, please go ahead and talk for me.
I don't know why it was echoing earlier though, because I'm like, it wasn't with like everything. It was just random parts of it.
Yeah.
Right now we have 3 viewers. Y'all are being degenerates.
Free for work. Time to watch the body stand stripper. Great. Yeah, basically.
I just shouted dick. I don't...
It was
Do
so
we
weird.
have
I
3
don't know why
viewers?
that happened.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Oh, it's Keeper. I know that one. Why do we know Keeper?
My
Hey.
cousin!
There we go.
Hey.
Oh, gotta behave. Yes, so,
No.
welcome, Keeper, to the shenanigans. But yeah. So, I don't know what happened. I don't know what was going on. Everything seems fine on my end, too. I didn't change any settings. I was just holding down my mic button. Tavern seems fine. I guess maybe just cross-wired for some reason, but everyone's coming through just fine, so...
It's so weird.
Yeah, the only thing coming down is a little bit of the music, so I mean, it's fine though. But yeah, okay. So you reach out to connect to it, but you rolled a nat 1, so you don't really understand what you're supposed to do. So in your mind, you are just supposed to listen, so you just kind of stay quiet. Or you think to just stay quiet. I can't say what you do, only that your mind is telling you to be quiet and enjoy the song.
It kind of like reaches out to Leah via the mind link, and it's just like, Leah, can you hear this song? Come here and hear this song real quick. And then she kind of like taps
Leah just flies
on
up.
Alice. Yep. And she's just like has Leah just poke her head through too. Be like, come here, listen to this.
Leah, you've not heard the voice, have you? Yeah. So you for the first time are just hearing this beautiful, like operatic, angelic, like goddess-like voice just billowing through your ear holes for the first time. And it kind of is pleasant to you because the song is literally just about war, and like you get this sense of like, oh man, I want a song like this written about me one day. And so you get like this feeling of euphoria when you kind of breach the threshold and start hearing the song.
Okay. I think the first thing she thinks to do is pull out her pan flute and start playing along.
So you stick more than just your head in?
She'll like stick her hands in as well.
Okay. So far, I mean, go ahead and roll an athletics with advantage.
Okay. That
By
is
the way, she was tapping on Atlas
17.
to kind of hold on to Leah.
Okay.
That's why I was tapping
Okay.
on Atlas.
That's a 17.
Gotcha. So you feel the threshold begin to try to pull you, but you're able to kind of resist, especially with the assist from Atlas, kind of like not letting you go too far. But you felt the moment you put more of your person in, it started to kind of like suck you in, and you can kind of feel that pull. But you play the pan flute, and what are you playing? I guess what are you trying to convey your intent or?
She just she just kind of goes through her her little bit of musical knowledge and tries to play a tune as accompaniment for the song, just to add to it, basically.
You see an image flash kind of into your field of view of a woman staring down from the night sky, essentially sitting on the moon. And in that moment, you see her, and then she disappears. And I'll give you an image of what you see.
Okay.
Or at least I'll try to. Calm down.
Okay.
Stop shouting, guys, honestly.
So
you get there.
This is kind of what you see here. Just a flash of a woman sitting down on the moon, or sitting on the moon, essentially in this realm, on this pool of water.
Wow.
And in the moment you were playing the accompaniment, and then she disappears.
Okay. And I just kind of relay all this to Kidus.
Okay. It might be different lady. It's like, what does she look like? And she tries to figure out if it looked like the same lady we saw in the square.
And
No.
Leah just describes her.
Doesn't look the same.
They
Can the
are
can
similar.
the others in the room here?
No, they're talking, I believe, with their heads
Inside the realm.
inside the realm.
Right.
So you just see Kid is sitting on Atlas, and then Leah flying with Alice holding on to her foot. Basically, just
Hearing the Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah.
Let me look something up before I give you a full detail, because I don't want to give something away inadvertently.
okay.
Who it is?
While you do that, I'm gonna do something stupid, just offhandedly, that I thought would be funny.
Oh,
Um,
no.
while Kidus was by herself in the dimension door, Leah would have asked Cedar if she could borrow the apple.
No. No.
And does Cedar let her borrow the apple?
What are you gonna do with it?
You're gonna fuck with an old friend.
Okay.
You lose the apple.
And so Leah takes
lose
the
it.
apple. She looks at a pocket watch in her that she has in her bag. Goes 3, 2, and then pulls out this rusty old key from her bag, sticks it in the apple, and turns it to unlock a random door back in just a city she visited, and just sorry, Doka, I'm taking over for a second because I think this is gonna be funny as hell. And as in just this other part of the world, you see as these clerics walk up to this door that are basically like Jehovah's Witnesses, the door unlocks and lets them in.
I mean, sure.
just because I just created this NPC in my head that Leah has a grudge with, and I'm like, yeah, she would do that.
Okay. That is yeah. So that happens, and now someone is unfortunately stuck talking to these people because their door opened for 45 minutes. They just won't let them go until they heard the word, and that was the fate of that random rusty door. As far as your fates, though, everything is still fine. But no. So, they are of the same race. But you can kind of tell that they are definitely from different family lines. One was quite a bit older, from what you can tell as well. Even though they're both, technically thousands of years old. The one in the moon seems to be older. Definitely a lot more Fey related as a concept. And by descriptor, just the immense power that kind of comes from the description of the Lady in the Moon. And you can tell that they are different. The Lady in the Moon's ears are longer. She's lighter. And still a dark elf or descendant of a dark elf, but not family, not related.
Yeah. And Kidis just kind of like taps on Atlas to like bring her and Leah back down.
Roll an athletics for both of you. Or well, hold on. Okay, you're having Atlas pull you guys both out. Okay.
Yeah. Athletics. 8.
5.
8 and 5.
Yeah.
Atlas is pulling, and you tell him to stop because you guys are both stuck. Yeah, my base was higher than that, so I didn't even roll. So yes, Atlas, let's go. You feel Atlas remove his hands from your legs that was holding you guys up, and then he attempts to pull you, and it actually like pulls on your neck and hurts a little bit.
Yeah. I think we're stuck. Just laughing, and he's just like, this is I think what I get for sticking my head through a dimension door. I think
This is why we don't do that.
All right, let's
You
see.
don't learn new information unless you stick your head through the dimension door.
Cedar just kind of sees them hanging there. Cedar just kind of sees them like hanging there halfway in, halfway out, and she's gonna like kind of tap Leah's foot, kind of to signal like, "Hey, give the apple back."
Leah, you know what?
Tap tap tap.
Um.
His hands are now up in there. It's like the apple didn't go up with. His hands are also stuck in the dimension realm.
Okay.
Apple.
When she gets the tap tap tap, she gets kind of annoyed because like she's stuck, and it's like really asking for the fucking apple while I'm stuck. So she sends a tiny jolt of shocking grasp through her foot.
Ow!
That's mean.
Okay. Leah, I think we have two options. We keep trying, pull ourselves out, or we go in.
Let's try to get out because there's stuff I want to do.
Okay, what if I
mean, I
don't
have
use
an
separate.
I have a way to get us out, but it involves a spell slot I really don't want to use unless I have to.
Okay, let's see. Kidis are trying to think through. What do I have that will be useful? Woohoo! Woohoo! Kidis still has her goggles on her head.
Yeah.
See, like, could I maybe see something that could notice that? We're gonna try one more time, and then we're going to have to try a different plan, I think.
Yeah. Okay, that I can work with, but I'm gonna. So we're rolling again, yeah.
If you guys are gonna try to strength your way out,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. So then I am. So I just got a 15 total, but I'm gonna use Favor of the Gods, which lets me add 2d4 to that roll.
Okay, let me know what you get.
3 and a 4. So that turns a 15 into a 22.
Okay.
I got 11.
You are able to kind of grab the frame and kind of slowly, like almost like quicksand, like not quickly, lower yourself out. But the resistance is very, very strong. And I would like you to roll an insight.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. $17.
Okay. One of the things that you notice is in the difference of feeling from the realm you were in, and you're kind of slowly pulling yourself out, and you get a really different feeling. So you're kind of fully back in Shadowfell, and you kind of feel just that cold humidity, essentially, or cold moistness of the world around you, and like that solemn sadness and quietness just kind of washes over you. And the world that you were just in was not like that. It was almost like the feeling of being out staring at the moon as like stars fall from the skies on your favorite night. And there's definitely a difference in feeling in between worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And you almost feel sad to return to Shadowfell.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Kidis, what are you doing?
She rolled an 11, so she's still stuck. So she kind of reaches out to Leah once Leah's through, and she's like, okay. So I have two options. I can go find whatever god owns this and work from there. Or we can try to get me back out.
What would
And
you
I don't
prefer?
know. Don't know. Because on one hand, new realm, new goddess, fun to explore. On the other hand, Mom is still owned by lol. Do you think I could negotiate with this goddess to fight Lolth?
Maybe. I mean, I would have a better shot, let's be honest.
Yeah. Hold on, maybe I can steal Mom's necklace. And she kind of snapped her fingers and be like, tell Mom to get me the necklace.
Yes.
Throw pillow. We need the necklace.
Stealing. Oh, yeah, sure. Just careful. It only has so many uses before it bestows a curse, so just be careful with it.
Noted.
The persuasion necklace, right? Not the one my brother gave me.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I'll hand this one off.
Yeah.
Um,
And Leah will put the necklace in Kidis.
Okay, so here's the thing. By the looks of it, our little brain connection, our little telepathy connection still works when I'm in this realm and you're there.
Well, because it's the rat poison, so yeah.
So, if we can still communicate. I'm gonna leave Atlas with you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking I'm gonna take my bag with me. My bag is part of my realm, and if I have the other realm that's in the Shadowfell, I might be able to travel back to the Shadowfell from here. I just won't necessarily be able to travel back to Lolth's territory.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you guys move it?
My thinking's correct. No, I didn't move. I didn't move my territory yet.
Oh, that's right. You guys decided not to. Because I was like, you could move it closer, but I think you guys decided not to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no worries.
Oh.
I mean,
So
technically, couldn't the three of us move it closer if need be?
Yeah, you guys are all tied to it, so it'd be fine.
Oh.
Yeah, so we could bring it back if Kidis needs.
I'm gonna go through.
Okay.
I have the necklace, and if need be, I'm gonna take Philo with me if he's chill with that. And I'll be back, hopefully. Won't die. I have toast. We're good.
I have toast. We're good.
I won't starve.
So,
Girl moves.
Kidis just kind of lets herself get pulled through.
Okay. Necklace in hand, you get pulled through. You guys see the last tip of Kittis's toe disappear, and the dimension door effect ripples. You see all the runes light up around the outside of the dimension door in a circle. 1, 2, 3, and the door shuts and disappears.
Oh, I hope she's gonna be okay.
Yeah, me too.
Don't we all?
She'll probably be fine. I mean, it's Kittis. It's Kittis.
Yeah, she's a tough cookie.
Yeah. Okay. So now what? Oh, Leah, do you have the apple?
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you. Because I was thinking,
Mhm.
if this can unlock things, Leah, when you and Kittis were dancing in the town square,
Mhm.
what kind of like how is she tied to the webs and all and the wall?
Would I have seen that?
Um, yeah. I mean, you got close enough to dance. I mean, she's on display. You could walk past and get
Okay.
that information if you
Yeah.
wanted, yeah.
So then I just relay whatever it was, but I did not ask in the moment, so I don't know.
So it was a combination. So she was half cocooned. Like parts of her body were just kind of partially, we'll call them eaten, right, by these cocoons. But her ankles were um, bound by what looked to be golden manacles. Um, Obviously magic, kind of shined, glowing. They were huge, but they looked almost like they were made of solid gold. And
Okay.
her hands were lightly bound, almost just with ropes made of spider silk.
Okay, that we could probably work with that.
Mhm.
The spider webs should be pretty simple to break, depending. So I'm thinking we can use the apple for the manacles,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and that way we could potentially from long range as well. That way we could do it from a hiding place or something, so as to not be caught.
Mhm.
That's a good plan.
So I'm thinking, do we work on that while Kittis is otherwise occupied, or do we wait for Kittis?
I mean, I have some stuff I gotta go do,
Oh,
but y'all can certainly do that.
I think if it's just
ooh, I'm
us
just
doing it, I think no, it's better if we're all there. You know, if anything does go
I
wrong,
agree.
I prefer everybody backing us up.
Agreed. Um,
Yeah.
Leah, do you want help doing whatever you're doing?
I'll come back around if I need the help, but we'll find out.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess while we wait, we might as well get a lay of the land, right? We could
Yeah.
see kind of what we're up against. I can still keep up the whole Lolth's daughter persona thing.
Sister.
And I'll be like
Sister,
a
what?
circle
Wait, what?
forward.
No, I'm just joking.
Oh.
Yeah, I could be like a follower of yours, that sort of thing, and
Oh, and I can probably go and find a sword. I should probably get a sword or
yeah, we
something.
can get you a weapon of some kind. That's
Yeah.
feels kind of important given what we're about to do.
Yeah. Hey Leah, could we borrow the money?
Oh, at this point, she's already walked off.
Oh, never mind, and she's gone. You know what? We're gonna try and go with the. We'll work something out. Yeah, we can do this. We can do this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just finding a sword in one of the many circles of the underworld. We can do this.
pretty like ready for war, so I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a sword laying around here somewhere.
Yeah. Also, if we can find something powerful as well.
Yes, that'd be great. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Uh, should we just start kind of roaming? See what happens, I guess? Because, I mean, I know it's
Yeah.
probably safer to just stay here, but I don't want to just sit around all day.
Yeah. I think if we can try and find you Yeah, I think if we wander around, let's try and find if we can find something in Lolth's camps and her sort of temples, maybe. You know,
Yeah.
she's a goddess. There's got to be something.
But yeah, let's go. Maybe Sammy, Gina, you wanna come with?
Well, I mean, Sammy will follow regardless.
Oh right, cause Shadow, yeah.
Gina,
Yeah.
is that as your wish?
Sure, yeah. I mean, just like kind of to be around if we need the help, I guess. And other than that, you can kind of just chill, I guess.
Okay.
We should talk about the voices thing, though. We'll get back to that, okay? Because I do want to readdress that with you.
Master hears voices.
No, I'm saying the ones that you were saying you were hearing.
What?
Yesterday, we talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about that again. We'll work that out. What? You confuse me a little bit, just a little.
And she kind of looks down and does that, just gives you a non-audible and just shakes her head. You can't really tell if it's in disappointment or disgust or why she's doing it. But right behind her, as she kind of looks down and shakes her head, you see Sammy looking exactly like Gina, looking down and shaking his head, or their head, just mimicking essentially. Where you go,
All right, I guess
I will follow.
All right, then let's head out.
Yeah, let's
It's better to
let's
keep
do
an eye
this.
on those two. I just feel like it's better to have them around, keep an eye, safety in numbers.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah, and Gina can always do her teleporty tree thingy.
Yeah.
You know.
So what the cow doing?
So Leah, Leah is heading back to the altar.
56.
Okay.
And,
Oh.
and
Who'd we lose?
she said I'll be right back.
Yeah, so I just got to do
Go
something
ahead.
really quick. I'll be back as soon as I can. Sorry.
But so Leah heads back to the spider altar. And as she walks up to it,
So there are 3 drow outside.
mm-hmm.
And same puzzle, essentially.
And she does what she has to.
Do you leave any of them alive?
You're lying.
So I guess, because essentially it's the same puzzle, and to get entrance to the building, same, I don't want to see anymore, I witnessed, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear anymore, I couldn't get the screams out.
She'll just do what she has to do and leave them, and if they die from those injuries, so be it. If they don't, they don't.
Alright. So I just love the image of you speedrunning. Like you're like
Yeah.
you roll your eyes and you pull out your knife, and before they even say anything, you cut out one's tongue, you slice off the ears of another, and then just cut across the face of the other two, and then just keep walking.
100%.
I love that image for you.
Let's be honest, it's just so Leah.
Yeah. And that is exactly what happens. They all kind of drop to the floor bleeding and screaming, and the door almost welcomes you like an automatic door in a grocery store, just opens.
Welcome to Love's Supermarket.
And as Leah walks up to the altar, she kind of goes, I know you're more into offerings, but how about a trade? Just for that kind of deal? Yeah? No? Maybe? What do we think? Do I get any kind of indication?
So it'll open its mouth.
Alright, and Leah doesn't... Well, so I guess in this scenario, would she have to say what she wants or just think it?
You'll have to tell me, probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
um,
I just mean like outwardly.
okay. No, yeah, it's intent. It'll read your intent
Oh,
and what you. So like, if you're offering something, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to listen, but if you're, it's essentially, the idea is if you're one of Lolth's minions or evil, you can trade, you can offer, and if the offering is good, it'll give you something in return. So it's tit for tat, however you want to say it.
Then Leah's gonna. So I just texted you what my intent is of getting.
Okay, where? Hold on.
Just straight to you on Discord.
Okay.
And inside its open mouth, she places a poetry book from her home.
Just the book.
Well, it's more the book, but also the symbolism of it, kind of being like, these are the last ties I have to my home before it got destroyed.
Okay. So that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
the symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
You place the book in her mouth. And she closes it, and the eyes begin to glow.
And just tell me, do I or do I not get what I asked for?
I'll tell you in just a second. You do.
Yeah, well,
You,
right, but I'm just like, don't say what it is, like a yes or a no.
yes, you will get what you're asking for.
Okay.
You were like, this is what I want. They will, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So your symbolism was the last connection that you have to your home.
Mm-hmm.
So the land at which you claimed, where you had your throne, crumbles.
Okay.
And the land that was there essentially turns barren and no longer connects the worlds.
I mean, it was, yeah, okay.
Because you offered your last ties to your homeland in your own words.
Mm-hmm.
So you lose your connection to your home, essentially.
Yeah.
And that is definitely something Lolth would want.
Yeah.
So the statue spins around. And that is big. Like, allowing me to take that is huge. So I
Yep.
need you to roll 4 additional D100s.
Okay. 11. 54. 70. And 34.
Okay. So let's see what this is. Oh my god, where is my tab? Hold on. It existed. Hang on. When you DM, you end up having 7,000 tabs open.
I know, yeah.
it's so true.
Okay, 11 is the Hand of the Mud Sculptor. So the basically the altar spins around and lowers its thorax to the ground, and 1 spits out an item, 2 spits out an item, 3 spits out an item, 4 spits out an item, and the 5th item that shoots out is Star Razor.
You motherfucker.
Oh, sorry. Just kidding. Then you don't get that.
Good. I want my shit. I don't need her shit.
Oh,
What's wrong with her shit? It's cool.
I need my shit.
all right. Then fifth item comes out.
Yeah.
I was trying to be nice.
Friendship.
Turns
Friendship,
out the real
everybody.
sword was the friendship we made along the way.
Thing is, if you wanted friendship, you shouldn't have chose one of the Gale or Cedar should have done it. They're the heroes of the party.
Gotcha.
Kiddos and Leah are very much the villain-leaning people of the party.
All right.
I mean,
Okay, so your 5 evil items are now popped out.
Okay. So I got the Hand of the Mud Sculptor.
I'll actually just send them all to you, so that way
Oh,
they
sweet,
can just
okay.
be anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fine, because you're alone.
Badass. Okay, time to do some ringing.
Oh, I don't want to give this to you. Damn it.
Yes, you do.
do it. Please.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
What?
Oh, you'll find out. Worth it.
Oh, I'm so interested.
Hey Leah, here's a nuke.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Wait, it's a giant sword, but the blade is like a slipper.
God, I wish.
I'm very excited to learn what these are gonna be.
Same.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay. But so then, but so then, as she's walking back, she's gonna use her mental connection just to know where Gale and Cedar are, because she is now through the poison bonding tied to each member of the party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, to kind of replace the thing.
Yeah.
I love how you did this. You're like, I just want my shit. I'm like,
yeah. I don't need her shit. I need my shit.
I love how you're embracing this world perftly,
I'm just saying,
and Lolth is
she's the one
for
that
it.
fucked up and got rid of the sword.
You know what? Yeah. I mean, you're like,
swords and Cedar turning evil.
well, speaking of evil.
Oh no.
Anyways,
so Leah.
Yes, you can tell.
Leah,
I think they're headed towards the square, probably.
yeah. So Leah heads towards them, and just like from like 50 feet away, at the top of her lungs, yells, "Hey, buddy, throw pillow, turn the fuck around."
Yes.
And
Hey, Leah.
Leah throws something directly at Cedar's head.
Can I duck?
No, you're
You know, can I take over for a second, Doku?
Sure.
Roll me an athletics check, Cedar.
I can do athletics checks with this.
It's build.
30.
Okay. With a 30,
I do a flip.
Shit, yeah, I'm gonna say that's definitely enough. Fuck.
Do a flip.
And
do a barrel roll.
You just hear Leah go, "Now you fucking owe me," and you catch Star Razor.
Hey!
Leah! Oh, you do want to be friends.
I didn't say that. Don't fucking say that, or I'll take it back.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
thank
the
you,
sweetest thing
Leah.
you've ever done for anyone. You want to be her best friend. More than anything in the whole wide world.
when I get my other body back, I'm breaking your ribs next time, motherfucker.
I can heal that shit. It has no impact.
Oh yeah, no, I can heal it too. I'll just heal it incorrectly.
That breaks the Hippocratic Oath so bad.
And you think
I
I
don't think
give a
she's
fuck?
made that oath. Cedar's just looking at the sword like so happy. Thank you, Leah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of like, you know, kind of testing the feel of it in her hand. Oh man, it feels good to have this again.
It does. Oh, careful! It does suit you quite a lot.
Oh man. Okay, so, well, I guess we don't need to go sword shopping now.
No, thank goodness. I was kind of worried we'd run into creepy, weird spider lady again.
Oh, I don't like her. Yeah.
Well, she's got
Could
nice eyes.
we? What?
I was saying she's got nice eyes,
Yeah,
but
but
they're
her
full of
attitude's
malice,
terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, should we like explore around and wait for Kittis, or
Well, what are you doing now, Leah? What are your plans?
Nothing.
Yeah, we could always do some stuff. Wait for Kiddis to return.
Okay.
yeah, I feel like we should wait for Kittis for the other thing we want to do today.
So, Kittis, you find yourself on. It's hard to explain. Think of it as like a celestial energy
final
floor,
frontier.
right? And with every step you take, you notice the dimension door is now gone and you're standing upright where you are. And every step you take seems to ripple like a stone breaking water that just ripples through the entire eternity of the night sky. It's endless. And you just hear singing as it gets kind of louder. Roll a perception.
Okay, dokies. Let's see. Okay, perception. Why? I rolled another nat 1. This dice is going in jail.
You see in the ripples what looks to be kind of the maybe thousands of threads. But you're so focused on looking down at them as they kind of break through the water and cause their own little mini ripples that you don't pay any attention to where they're coming from.
Okay. Noted.
Oh.
By the way, Kittis does pull. I did pull from her bag 631 for items.
Like how you're like
From Munda's bag.
in a strange dimension door, potential realm of doom, and you're just like, let's get one more for the road.
Kittis has got her
Literally, that's her
priorities.
thought process. She's just like, might as well see if I can get a useful item.
This is actually kind of appropriate. Hang on.
Space helmet.
Are we both humming that theme?
I think so.
What did I get? What did I get?
I love it. I love it so much.
That's awesome.
That is so appropriate for this. Yay! I was thinking I don't have a magical instrument or like any instruments. I was literally just thinking, I'm like, crap, I don't have an instrument here.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I guess like she starts playing it.
Roll a performance.
Let's see. Come on, performance. I feel like a gambler. Dirty 20, dirty 20.
Nice.
Nice.
So you begin playing, and the sounds of just a harpsichord start kind of coming out of the flute, and it's like, the frick? Like, but it's played so well, it sounds like a sonata, right? And it's just like you imagine people dancing around, and your mind begins to kind of drift to the dancing elf, and or well, the elf that's chained that you know is one of dance and happiness in this realm. And you see her, and almost as you play this flute that sounds like a harpsichord, it actually draws her energy out of the water and makes a form of her that you can actually see as she begins dancing around you, butterflies flying off of her, and you are just enjoying this performance. And then when you open your eyes when you're done with your performance, you see the face of a woman staring at you that was just kind of letting you finish. And I'm trying to get that picture, so give me 1 second.
Whoa!
Oh,
Dang.
pretty.
Awesome.
A cab.
So you put two and two together now, and you see the white threads are actually strands of her hair that pierce the water and connect to the various people that you saw the threads connecting to in town. And you kind of look down and you actually see one connected directly to you as well.
And I kind of like touch it when I see it, and I could look back at her, and I just go and Kiddish in very Kiddish Spanish says, "Hello." He does a little curtsy.
So the face becomes essentially attached to a body, kind of like imagine Cheshire Cat appearing.
Awesome.
And this woman, you couldn't really tell just by the size of her head, gets closer to you as her body begins to form. She's probably about 40 foot tall, cups her hand under your feet, and actually lifts you up as the essentially celestial essence of water drips down through her fingers. She is now holding you in her hands, staring directly at you. Do you call me friend or foe, dreamer?
Depends on which side you're on.
You seek allies. Thus you draw your own connection to me. So, should I be on a side, it be yours.
I want to create a realm of free will. Not just in the Shadowfell, but a place where souls and gods can exhibit free will. Not be forced, not be coerced, not be anything. They can choose their own life, their own fate, not tied to something they didn't have a say in. Can you help me make that?
Your cause and dreams are just. In another name, in another time, I was the Lady of Dreams. And any dream that you and I share can happen. Though
Have
conditions will need to be met.
what conditions?
There's a war happening in a realm that could grant you a bigger piece of. In fact, you've already kind of cornered out your own piece of it. You may have come here accidentally, but you claimed a place. However, if the war is allowed to continue, that place will likely be swept up in the destruction as worlds collide, and none of us will be allowed to exist anymore. I figured it out. Hang on, please.
Hey.
Problem solving. Da 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 da.
Da, da, da.
Da, 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 da.
That's not what I wanted.
Excuse us while we troubleshoot.
Okay, because you're gonna peak and you're gonna echo. Damn it. Okay. I probably won't be able to fix that without resetting. So, let's continue without music for a little bit. I found I was watching the audio as it happened. I have a virtual audio cable that for some reason is not functioning properly as a service. And so I cannot balance the audio without it screwing up. And that's what happened, is basically the audio peaked for some reason, and that's when the echo happened, because it was coming through my PC audio was coming through my virtual audio, which should not be able to happen, so I think it's something on my computer. So anyways, we'll worry about that later. We'll just kind of continue. We'll raw dog the music for a little bit. Leah, please sing. Da 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 da. No, kidding. But really, okay. So we'll pause that there. You realize your friend's father is slated to destroy this realm, and Lolth is allowing it to happen, right?
I was not aware. I knew Lolth was fighting. I didn't realize Gale's dad was involved.
Well, you summoned him here.
That was not on purpose. Wait a second. That was not. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
So it is up to you to fix. You wish for free will. You have to grant it. Do you understand that no one here has free will when their only option leads to death? You wish to light the path. You will have to create it. And as someone who hates spiders, I'm inclined to help.
Your threads to the people who are dreaming.
My threads are a connection to those who dream the dream of a better life, of a way out. We all dream of hope. I only try to connect myself to those hopes and dreams. And
Then.
I need you to roll a perception.
Okay. Come on.
Also, I texted you,
Yeah.
Charisse.
I'm probably aware, but I'm in the middle of something.
Oh yeah. Just wanted to tell you.
Okay, 14 plus 9. 23.
Okay. So for the first time, you actually take a good look at the world around you. And you notice that there are strings, and the strings of hair, which look like they were going directly into the water, channel through their chest, or through her chest, through her back. So basically, her hairs are going back, and around and penetrating through her chest. And you look over at your shoulder, and every single one of those hairs is actually coming out of Philo. As he looks at you and smiles and takes his true form, a single white beating heart that fits perfectly into this woman's chest.
I was able to bring him home.
All dreams are a piece of me. And you love to dream.
This just kind of touches her forehead where the eye tattoo for her dreaming is.
There are always people who are stronger. Very rarely will you ever see the top. And what she means by that is white and every white and black fae that has been in control of time or control of dreams uh, rolls up to her. So, for context, she is essentially a greater god, like an original. And you don't even need to roll because she imprints that into your mind. The only thing you feel right now is small. So you dare to dream above your station. But that is how things get done. You manipulate, you chaos, but you live on the seed of those dreams. And you have given me so much. I will be there for you when you need it, should you need it. And should balance exist in a world where free will can exist, there will be a spot for a shepherd to guide those souls, or rather, those dreams.
Do my best.
Of that I have no doubt. So, what is it that I can do for you right now?
Lilith needs to die. Her children need to be free.
I will tell you that it is nearly impossible to kill Loth, or me, or anyone. However, you can tie them to a town square and remove all of the ability for the world around her to dance, so her power will wane. You can destroy their followers, their ideals, and weaken them. The last time we fought, she got the better hand on us, but we managed to banish her to the abyss. I suggest you think about how to weaken her and what you are going to do with her once she is weakened. Because you may fight her, and you may best her. But unfortunately, she will have a home to run home to now.
What if I consume her?
Then you will have a conflict of interest, I would say, to harvenge all evil of the world and promote free will. I would find that job terribly difficult, even in my position.
Okay.
However, I do hear spider eggs are a delicacy. And she just kind of does a smirk.
Okay. We'll think on a place to send her.
Should you wish to, you may send her here. And I will use my threads to tie her to this place. She escaped the abyss. She will likely not escape here. But understand what that means. Do you understand what that means? um,
Got us being like, wait, I should check.
roll an insight.
Let's see. Okay. Insight. Come on. Okay, 15.
Okay. The dreams of the world will essentially be used as threads to tie Lolth to essentially the realm of moonlit dreams. Um, so the world would no longer dream.
Take away dreams again.
Yes, you. When dealing with power like this, it is trading not for naught. A void for void, a strength for strength. To destroy evil, dreams must die. However, we will never truly disappear, only diminish. Evil deeds will still be done. People may still yet dream. Maybe not when they sleep, but you cannot destroy the concept of hope in a living dream. So, as you have returned to me my heart, and she takes the heart-shaped phyllo with 1,000 threads and presses it into her heart, I will grant you my blessing to assist you when the time comes. And she places her forehead, onto your eye, essentially.
Thank you.
And we will find out what happens with that uh, when it comes time. So, mystery boon for the time being.
Ooh, fun.
Now, do you have any more questions?
Oh, just thank you.
Then maybe you should wake up. And you open your eyes, and you're laying on the floor right underneath where the dimension door was, and a bunch of drow elves are walking by, kind of staring at you, wondering why there's a woman laying in the middle of the floor, sleeping.
And she just kind of sits up and she's like, "Hi."
And that'll probably be where we end, because I think our cutoff time was about 2 o'clock, so.
Yeah, it's just a little past the cutoff, but I wanted to see where this went.
Oh,
I
That
my
was
figured.
goodness.
awesome.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Doku.
That was so great. Thank you.
That was
It comes.
awesome.
Ah, well, this
Thank
is
you, so honestly, and appreciate you doing all that while being sleep deprived and having travelled and worked for so long. So hats off
ah,
to you, genuinely.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will definitely be getting sleep tonight. So if we are
Mhm.
still game to play tomorrow,
Yes.
Hell yeah.
um,
Yes.
put
Yes.
the timer up. I know it's going to be, I think, earlier potentially. So,
11
I
p.m.
think I already
Eastern
put
time.
the 11 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. Yeah, I think I put the timer up already potentially, but if not,
cool,
I will go and do that.
cool.
What's that? 2 sessions in 2 days, guys? Oh my goodness!
I know. Are you guys going
We've
to be
never
okay?
done this before for the
I
channel.
don't think we
More
have.
than okay.
No.
I think last time I wanted to do this, like something came up and I couldn't. So I was like, I'm super
Yeah.
excited to do this. Um,
Yeah.
but cool.
Oh, I'm
So
so excited.
I will stop stream
If you
for
guys
Thank you
now.
get
so
home,
much.
Have a good
Yeah.
one,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye,
see you
everybody.
later, guys.
Hopefully, see you tomorrow.